Minions of the Makerverse.
What's up, Foresiders? Welcome to our live Savage Worlds Rifts game every Sunday night here at 6:30. And I wanted to introduce you to our players. We have ourselves Mavis over here playing her half-elf Techno-Wizard.
A pleasure.
We got Southern Dragon over here playing his full conversion Borg.
Hello.
Hello. We've got McTund over here playing his Voodoo Mystic.
What up, man?
What up, Mon? And we got Baron Nutsabolts playing his Mind Melter.
Your brain is mush.
And we got Kyle playing the Hatchling Dragon.
Unlimited power.
Some of you guys aren't familiar with Rifts. We have a video on the YouTube channel that shows you a little bit about the history. Right now, we're gonna kind of jump into it. These guys are currently part of the Tomorrow Legion, which is a group created by Aaron Tarn. So you guys have been together for roughly about 6 months or so. You guys have been doing some side missions for the Tomorrow Legion. You guys have been helping out refugees. The attack on Tolkien, because Tolkien fell, which is a large magic city. And whenever there's usually refugees of some type that need help, you guys usually try and assist them. The outskirting areas of this area are also Coalition territory, but mostly the extent of the Coalition presence is farmlands, and Coalition citizens. The occasional patrol, but they haven't managed to find Castle Refuge yet. So roughly right now, there's probably about 1,000 refugees in this castle, and it can hold a lot more. And so that's what you guys are doing. You guys are assisting those people and making sure this place stays secure and discreet. So you guys just got back from one of your last missions, got some rest, and you guys managed to get a summons from your contact within the castle. Her name was Gina Torres, and she wanted you to come meet her in her office, which is on the upper lower of the level of the castle.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, we head up.
I walk
Are the
up
hallways
like
dragon
lazily.
sized?
Yeah.
Do not walk up like a dragon. We've talked about this.
All right. I turned into Palpatine looking motherfucker.
Yeah, people aren't scared of the old crotchety man.
I'm gonna point like, hey, better than a dragon.
Hell, that's funny you would say that.
No,
To be perfectly honest, I prefer the dragon. It inspires fear in your enemies instantaneously.
very true, very true.
I like fear, but you got to fear the right things.
Like dragons.
No,
Dragons
like
are a good thing to fear.
So Gina's been your contact for quite a while. She's been your contact for most of these 6 months. You've met people above her, but she's kind of the person that lets you know what's going on and offers you guys jobs if you guys would like to take them. Most of the time, you guys tend to take them because they are a good cause. Her office. You walk into her office upstairs. She has a duster on. She has a wide brim cowboy hat sitting on her desk, and she's currently typing on two separate data pads with two separate sets of arms, because she's a human gunslinger that has two cybernetic arms down below. So they're typing on a pad, and the top ones are typing on a pad, getting in numerous status reports, and she's usually very occupied with those. She says, "Oh, come in, absolutely."
Cool.
Thanks.
I kind of like, I just good into the room.
She's like, so guys, you guys have done a good job so far, and we have kind of an emergency mission that I'd like to see if you guys would be willing to take.
Depends
Is it
on
in
the
order?
details.
Depends. Are there people there?
Yes, this is actually involving refugees. There was a group of refugees that were under attack. They were specifically being hunted down by the Coalition, a large force of Coalition, and they were being escorted by a ley line walker, so we sent a contingent out there to rescue them. And they hit a ley line storm, and in the process of that, the ley line walker opened a rift to be able to get them to safety. The problem is the ley line storm surged, and she exploded. So it vaporized her. So in the process of that, she managed to get the rift to a point that would be secure enough, so she got them away from this current danger. But they're currently in trouble, and we need you to help them. They're not really defensible, and also the leader of them, or the person we've been in contact with them, is somebody that's kind of important to the cause. So wondering if you guys might be willing to go and help these guys get back to the castle.
Question.
Sure.
Is there more vaporizing going to be in the future? Because I'm not a fan of the vaporizing.
Can I kill any bugs on the way?
Probably. Well, there might be bugs over there. You'll find some. This is going to be up near about 45 miles north of St. Louis. So you're going to be going around Coalition territory. If you guys, just to kind of give you an idea, if you guys are watching the stream, I'm going to jump over to the map. And so do you see where Castle Refuge is there on the left-hand side? By the way, it's Missouri and Arkansas. But you're on the border between Missouri and CS El Dorado. And the Devil's Gate up there on the upper right, like around the right-hand side of Missouri, is St. Louis. Mm-hmm. So you guys are going about 45 miles north. Small town. They're currently held up in a Gold's Gym. A former gold, they're held up in a Gold's Gym. They barricaded it, and the only way that we know that is because the person of interest is a techno wizard. His name is Adrian Talios, and you would know, Mavis, your character would recognize the name Adrian Talios because he is one of the most prominent techno wizards in the field. He's the guy that helped design the Iron Juggernauts for Tolkien. For those of you not familiar with those are large techno wizard mechs, like picture Pacific Rim style techno wizard mechs.
So basically, I'd be internally fangirling.
Yeah, this guy is kind of like your idol. So yeah, he's
externally, like, I'm just like.
Yes, the only way they know is because he found some old radio equipment in a radio station on the way there, picked it up, and managed to juice it up with techno wizard capabilities to reach us. So that's how we found out. So he's communicating with us via that, but he's blockaded the door because something's trying to get in, and he doesn't think it's Coalition. It doesn't sound like Energy Blast. So that's where you guys are at right now. That he has roughly about 50 refugees with him. So you guys are going to need to take supplies with you. We have about 100 man days of rations available. So you guys can take that with you. We have a Mountaineer ATV, which is basically a three-wheeled ATV or RV, basically.
Dune buggy.
It's big. No, it's big. It's a small apartment, but it's
sweet. No
weapons of any kind though. It's very, very vulnerable to attack. But it'll get you there.
For
it's
now.
An off-road vehicle. So she says that's kind of the main gist of it is if you can go there, rescue them, somehow get them back here. The payment would be 5,000 credits of a hazard pay right off the bat, so I'll be able to give that to you right off the bat, and then with an additional 15,000 upon the return of as many of them as possible.
Question: do they all have to come back?
Well, I mean, yeah. Obviously, acceptable losses, but try and get them all back if you can. And they haven't eaten for probably close to 3 days, so the time is of the essence.
Save them some rations. Be quick.
Yeah, 100 man days of rations. You guys aren't going to eat all those. The dragon might, but.
And is this RV cyborg friendly?
I
was like, is it dragon?
You won't be able to drive it, but you can ride in it. So you can be in the
Is it
back.
dragon sized?
Not in full dragon form. Fuck no. No.
What if I go in human form and turn into a dragon? Is it?
We'll have a trailer at that point.
Yeah, so that's the main gist. She says he hasn't really relayed any other concerns besides that. He's just like they just want to get back here. That's the main gist. But eliminate whatever threat is that poses to the area. Get them back, and we will have a contact meeting you there. We have somebody that's coming from the north side. He's coming back from Northern Gun Territory. That's going to meet you guys there. So when he shows up, you'll know him. So,
well, that's great. What does he look like?
Big fluffy ears, like rabbit ears, a mutant rabbit, and he's driving a 3.7 ton MDC pickup truck full of equipment and food rations as well. So I'm giving you guys the rations as a contingency in case he can't meet up with you guys in time, so you guys can feed him. But if he shows up, you guys will be well stocked, and he also has 2 friends with him too. But he's the leader of that little troop. Am
I allowed to play with the RV?
As in, yeah. Well, actually, yes, but we'll be wanting it back when you guys get back.
Of course.
Back in one piece or multiple?
Oh no, it'll just have some interesting enhancements. That's all.
Yeah, we're fighting a resistance, so we like our equipment to be returned, but we understand that might not be possible. The best path you guys might want to take, just as an example, would be to go through Kingsdale. Kingsdale is right nearby you guys. It's probably I'd say it's about 60 miles away from you guys. This is about a 400 mile trip. How much? Pretty close.
So you can make it in a couple hours.
Well, as far as your truck, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
no, your truck only
It's
has
6 hours. A 300-mile trip is a 6-hour trip via about 65, 70 miles an hour. We'll be fine.
Yeah, but the problem is you guys do have to take a slight roundabout around the Devil's Gate because you guys don't want to go near that. Devil's Gate, if you're familiar with the St. Louis Arch, there is a giant rift that's open there, and the Coalition has a garrison position there, so you won't want to go straight through that. There are patrol.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go.
Naturally.
So that's the main gist. Is you guys probably want to cut west and then head up north that route to get to the town, but. They've given you guys coordinates, so you guys know roughly where the Gold's Gym is. But
Gold's Gym.
Yeah. So that's the main gist of what's going on. Would you guys like to take the job?
I'm down.
Sounds easy enough.
Could be worse.
Sounds
Quiet
like it could be fun.
Yes.
I look over at the dragon. We're taking the job.
Good. Yes.
All right. So he says the APC is being or not APC, the Mountaineer ATV is being loaded up with the food stocks right now. You guys can leave within the hour if you want.
All right.
I'm down.
So they get you guys your 5,000 credits. So that's right off the bat. She's the one who pays you. And she says you guys will get. Did I say 10 or 15? I think it says 15,000 when you guys return.
Yep.
All right.
Oh,
So basically, only our party knows I'm a dragon, though, for the most part, right? Until someone sees me a dragon. Is that where we're at right now?
It depends on if you've draked out in the castle or not. Nobody here would. I mean, you inspired a fear factor, but I mean, if you did it in the middle of 1,000 people, they'd be like, some of them are going to go fuck. But
You
I'm
probably
just
gonna
asking. So if shit goes down and we have to blame the destruction on a random dragon that flew by,
odds are,
I'd blame a random dragon.
Yeah. It was that
I don't know you
motherfucker
that well.
Puff.
You're a random dragon.
I just like to think if you drag out in the middle of a crowd, you're gonna get a good amount of them fainting, many of them screaming and running, and a good amount of pants peeing. So
well, if you think about it, dragons predominantly think of themselves above humans for the most part. So the good ones probably wouldn't interact with humans. They wouldn't like help them. And then the bad ones are the only ones they've seen. Those are the ones.
We'll just blame it on Puff, okay? Everybody knows you can't trust Puff the Magic Dragon.
that demented Puff.
Yeah, so that's the main gist. The person, the contact, the rabbit his name is Muggsy Bogues. That's
I was hoping his name was Jack.
Muggsy Bogues.
Muggsy Bogues. That's his name. That's the name he chose. Yeah, he's gonna meet you guys there. He'll probably be about I'd say about 7 or 8 hours behind you.
So we have to hold
Mavis
up.
almost died just now.
I was leaning back in my chair. So we have to hold out for 7 or 8 hours.
Yeah,
That's correct. Or get him loaded up and get him on route and find a way to contact the rabbit.
Can do.
Kill the rabbit. Kill. Oh wait, sorry.
Yeah, but
Not kill the rabbit.
most radios are limited to a range of about 2 miles unless they're techno-wizard enhanced. So, yeah, as far as contacting them, you have a radio frequency if you guys need it to use.
So how likely are we to run into the coalition forces? Are they on the move towards that area?
No, well, there isn't any intelligence showing that they're going that direction, but they are stationed 45 miles south of it, so there are probably going to be patrols at some point by that area. Luckily, they're underground. They're in rubble, so that the building's not exactly, conspicuous. So they're not.
okay, they're in like the basement of like a destroyed something. Okay.
Yeah, they said there's something trying to get in the door, and they have a techno-wizard force field up across the door, holding it for now. And he's pumping PPE into it to keep it, and that's what he's been telling us.
Okay.
And is there anything you guys want to grab while you're here before you guys leave?
Honestly, a job like this sounds like it's going to need a little bit more pay than what you're offering. I think you can probably do better than what you're currently offering us on this pay.
Roll yourself. Do you have persuasion or intimidation? Maybe?
I'm just going to be straight smarts roll.
Okay, give it a shot. I'll roll a state smarts roll against it. So, gunslingers.
I did not pass.
You shall not pass. She got an 8.
Oh yeah.
I'll say she had a -2 as well, so she got a 6.
I had -2, so I got a 2. I didn't even get the
Rip.
So she's like,
You
no, sorry, guys.
fail.
Sorry, guys. Resources are slim. We're trying to run a resistance here. But
All right, fine.
Pepperoni and cheese.
All right.
I accept my payment of the 5,000.
officially,
Wait.
I accept it.
You better.
All right. I asked
Quiet
Baron
shit.
as we're getting in the RV. I asked him to just because you have psionics, right?
Yeah.
Just, I need a tree, the biggest one you can find, with no limbs on it.
You need a log.
That's the term he's looking for. Yeah, his log.
I'm gonna-
Why?
I'm gonna give him the weirdest look.
No questions.
No. Plenty of questions.
Your vehicle.
Baseball bat.
Okay.
You can pull up a
You-
tree. You're a dragon.
Yeah.
But I don't want you to know the old man is like Hulk.
There are woods around. Go out in the woods and grab a fucking tree.
Young lad, won't you find me a tree?
Fine, I begrudgingly go get my own damn tree.
You might scare the shit
I'm
out
like,
of a deer or
Question.
something. But
I go before you go. I'm like, wait. Just so you know, you're not going to get the tree onto the RV.
that's true. You also know
How
there's
about we wait until we're in a combat with somebody, then you pull up a tree?
Duct tape.
I can
Yeah.
shrink that tree for you if you need to.
Just
Yeah.
give him a base. I go get a baseball bat and I float it over to him. I'm like, here, it's a small tree.
But it's not a big tree that does a lot of damage.
Yeah, you didn't pay for the baseball bat. You just grabbed it from some guy.
It's like,
He's
Hey.
like, dude, what the fuck? That's a Mickey Mantle.
It has an antique sign from Baby Ruth. Babe Ruth. I don't know.
baby.
It's signed by Baby Ruth.
Yes.
So,
I don't know. It might be mispronounced in this year.
as far as supplies, besides the stuff, which you guys are fully able. I mean, unless the dragon wants to eat them all, you guys aren't even going to make a dent in these. 100 man days of freaking full on ration. So you guys have
Do I even
enough
need to
food.
eat? Don't I not even need to eat?
I don't think you do. You don't even need sustenance. You're magic. You're a magical creature. Magic.
Just eat all the food just because I can.
Yep.
I'm probably gonna pick up like some basic scrap metal and a gemstone so I can tinker along the way.
Okay. That's,
Alright,
that's easily grabbed.
So what does Mavis
Sweet.
need to turn my Force Effects lightsaber into a legit lightsaber?
Metal and a gemstone, and a lot of guts.
Yep. For her, yeah, for you to hand it to her and have her fiddle with it.
Okay, I've never played her.
Gimme.
So just
Yep.
make
She'll
this
just
work.
If
Alright.
I have plenty of scrap metal and a gemstone, so I'm gonna play with it.
You'll be jury rigging along the way.
Yep.
Um,
I go shopping with Mavis.
let's go shopping.
Shopping. Let's look.
I
for
go to
all
the
sh-
forest
all the
and
shiny
I don't know,
baubles.
like drake out for a little bit so I don't use up my time of being a human.
I go into the middle of the castle and start preaching.
Listen to the voodoo gods.
Actually, considering I want to play with the RV, I want to get a large gemstone, a small gemstone, and plenty of scrap metal.
How much money do you have?
9,000 credits.
So probably a small gemstone.
Okay, I'll just stick to a small gemstone. Can I like find a toy, well, like a little wind up clock that I can take apart?
Yes, that's easily
Cool.
obtainable.
Cool. Then I will grab a little wind up clock and a small gemstone.
Plus, on the way, there are going to be plenty of remains of small towns you guys can raid if you'd like to. Pre-side artifacts are worth a good penny. Even like
Sweet.
even a comic book is worth some money if it's pre-revs.
Sweet.
Yeah. So okay. So as the time passes, you guys load up and decide to head out. You guys are heading up towards the northeast. Are you guys going to stop in Kingsdale? Or are you guys going to try and push through?
It's a short drive altogether, and time is the essence. I say we push through.
I
Agreed.
agree.
I'm gonna stick right by a window, and we'll be glancing out as we tinker. Wait, I said tinker.
Okay. So who has that? Well, who do you guys put on point to do perception checks?
Can I sit on top of the RV?
Oh yeah.
I have notice.
I've noticed too.
I do not, so not me.
Between the two of you, which one has the highest? Well, which one do you guys put up for? I think Southern Dragon's going to be on top of the truck because he can't really fit. He can
So
fit
what's this
inside.
thing look like? Does it look like an RV pretty much?
Give me a second here. I will find.
We got a motorhome,
It's a little bit bigger than a motorhome. Let's see here. Mountaineer.
a tour bus. We
Yeah,
got a
but I
big
got
ass tour bus.
a D8 in notice.
Oh dang! I only have a D6.
Ah, boo. Okay, so not the war wagon. Where is it? Grab it.
Grab it! Grab it!
Grab it.
So you think we're gonna be fighting any bugs? Can we fight bugs? I want to fight bugs.
Give me the bugs. I'll fight some bugs.
I hand you a bug swatter. They're not that bad, dude. It's okay. They don't even affect you. You're metal.
They affect me.
I go over. I'm all rust monster.
All right, look at the look at the stream. That is what you're driving. That's actually the back wheel is one wheel, by the way.
That's pretty badass.
Oh my god, I love it.
Yeah, so that's what you're driving.
I'm like,
Does it
it's
look like we're
almost
driving?
like a
Mavis's
Hummer
character is
Camino.
obviously just gonna try and get rid of that back wheel because that'd be fun.
It looks like the third generation of Transformers.
I'll just make the back wheel really big. For reasons.
All right, so, so you guys, who rolled no? Did either of you guys roll for it?
I'm
I'm
about
a
to.
roll.
All right,
Oh,
Immediately
shit.
Sick.
what'd you get?
I rolled a 5.
I rolled a 3.
so you have like optics, but Mavis is like, I see that shit. So what you do is you see the head of a power armor, probably a UAR bot, which is a civilian robot armor that's kind of sideways. It's almost like at a 45. It's like at a 45-degree angle, not moving, and clearly like just you see a little bit of smoke in the distance. So,
I'm gonna whistle, catch everyone's attention. Oi! Off the left side.
Who's driving?
Boy.
By the way? Who's driving this vehicle? By the way,
That's not me.
the dragon's like, I don't know how to fucking drive. I don't have a license.
Well, I lack hands, so
So what's
Apparently
happening?
I'm
Inside?
driving.
look at
You
steering.
put
Wow,
the,
I
you're in
have the
trouble,
driving
but I'm
skill.
driving.
you have the driving skill, Mavis.
Yes.
You're driving.
More than I
Dang it!
have.
I can't tinker. Okay, fine. I'm driving. Okay, I will.
But if you want
Whoa.
to tinker, I will drive, but I will warn you, it's gonna be bumpy.
I can't
Hey.
tinker while it's bumpy.
Oh no, actually, no, my character will drive, and this is why.
Why?
Because I will be over the loudspeaker preaching voodoo to you guys the entire time.
I'm driving. Get out of the seat.
Sorry, it's too late. It's already happening.
I walk up and just break the loudspeaker. It's not worth it.
You hear loud Spanish profanity behind you.
Spanish.
Fish in South America.
Good thing I'm out now.
So as
I
you
got
guys-
I got a 4 to drive.
Okay, well
That's cool.
that's a success. That's okay. So,
Hey.
so you managed.
All right.
Yeah.
So as you guys come over the top, you guys notice some smoke coming up, and that's mostly coming up from furnaces and stuff like that because this is actually a junkyard. So there's a lot of power armors and like half the bodies of Skelobots, which are basically like picture like the Terminator's endoskeleton, that silver skeleton, but they're black and they're coalition. There were robots that work for them, but this is like where this is like the junkyard. They're all taken.
Okay, so since we're going through here and there's a chance
Glued to the glass.
right, I'm gonna go ahead and burn 2 power points to use deflection, which can use to blur our form or produce other illusionary effects. So I'm gonna give us like a predator shimmer to make it harder to spot
Okay, on the vehicle.
on the vehicle. Yeah. So basically, I'm gonna cloak the vehicle.
Okay.
I have my
okay.
face
Which
pressed to a
means-
window like,
So
so
turn
much
2 power
goodies.
points.
I want it.
This is gonna be so D6 plus a D10.
I can MacGyver the shit out of that power armor.
Folks, is it just me or is it a little blurry outside now?
So I got a 13. It didn't explode. But
Didn't
that
explode.
gives me 4, 8, 12, 16. That gives me 3 raises.
Oh Jesus!
So we're at a -3 to hit. Sorry,
Okay.
-4 to hit on any incoming attacks.
Can-
And yeah, we're fucking full on predator effect right now.
That's a good
Can
thing
I tell?
because McTunda's driving capabilities won't allow him to really do combat maneuvers effectively. So
Can I tell what's
That
going
doesn't
on?
mean I
What mission it
can't
is?
try.
true. What now, Mavis?
Wait,
Can I tell
Tanda,
what? Can I?
did you
can I tell
roll a
what the
4 or
ship
did
is?
you roll a 6?
I rolled a 6.
Okay. Well,
Okay,
did you roll
I-
it again to see if it exploded?
Oh no, I didn't. I got an 8. So I got a
That's an
6
8.
technically driving.
Really
Cool.
quick, remind me what I add to my rolls,
As far as
like for notice or for driving or whatever.
You roll the stat it's aligned with, or the skill it's aligned with, and then you roll a d6 as well.
wow,
You take
that's
the
right.
better. You take the better of the two.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
You don't add them together. You just take the better of the two.
So
Okay.
how far away is what we're trying to look at?
You guys are within probably about a half mile. It's a little ways off the distance. As you guys get closer, you guys kind of come over and see what it is. I'm assuming one of you probably has a pair of binoculars. I know the dragon.
I was just going to use clairvoyance and just look at it like I'm standing there.
I have
have
my
that ability.
I have my face against the window. Just I want to go there. There's junk there. I want to play.
All right, so do I just roll my psionic skill to try and use clairvoyance then?
Yeah. Yep.
You
All
can
right, let's see.
hear me just
7.
loudly. Mom, I want to
Okay.
go there.
How many points does it cost?
3.
Okay. So you successfully clairvoy over.
What?
Claire,
Yeah,
clairvoy.
I'm assuming that's the verb for clairvoyance. Anyway,
Maybe.
you're like, nope, no, it's not. Anyway, so yeah, you
Clairvoy.
managed to clairvoy over there, and you notice, there's some movement around the junk. You're well within range, so you can probably fly around here no problem and kind of get a bird's eye view. You see a couple of the furnaces that are running actually have people manning them, small groups, like 5, maybe max, of mercenaries, cyborgs, not heavy cyborgs, just like half, guys with cybernetic arms, cybernetic legs, half their
Alright.
cybernetic.
I'm also going to use use an extra PowerPoint to make it so I can have hearing as well. So do I hear any conversations as I'm ghosting around here?
You're like, I love the fact that you're sitting there as Emperor Palpatine's going, hold on a minute.
Like quietly muttering, unlimited power.
Yes. So as you basically you overhear him talking about blah blah blah. This job sucks. Typical banter. Nothing really strategic. You can tell from what you can see that the boss isn't towards the center of the junkyard. There's a complex building. It's not like a fort or anything like that. It's an SCC building. But yeah, they're not their heaviest weapon is probably just a laser rifle.
Freaking Baron.
Good. Kill them.
Yeah, so you guys definitely outgun them as far as that goes.
I'm gonna look at him just like so easy.
All I have is a pea shooter. Well, I
I
hope
go,
not.
and magic.
And magic.
I mean, is it really? It's voodoo, guys. Come on.
Really, you should talk about make a big deal out of it, and now you're saying it's not much. Man, if only you could show us what your voodoo could do on this helpless group over here.
I would just like to state I have a flaming sword.
So are you guys going to proceed through this or around this?
There's goodies there.
So
Just
my
because-
clairvoyance, it's my. Do I roll my spirit to see? Because it's spirit and then times mile or 10 miles. So can I just roll that to see how far away
Yep.
I can look?
You want to just go out and scout 10 miles out?
Yeah, pretty much. So I roll my spirit die. Is that what the deal is?
Yep. No, it's your spirit. Yeah. Well, no, it'd be your spirit. What's the dice on your spirit?
It's D8.
So it's 8 times 10 miles. So you're 80 miles.
So you'd be 80 miles.
Yeah,
Okay.
80 miles.
I just do a quick look around. Did I see anything in 80 miles? That might kill us.
There's a couple of towns. There's a lot of stuff around it, but a couple of farms, farmsteads. Nothing. No cities. Kingsdale's about 80 miles behind. About 60 miles behind you.
Okay.
So
Oh.
since
anything in the immediate area that looks like it could help this group.
That's true. Yeah.
Like, look for that.
Yeah, okay.
Uh,
Any
yeah.
backup.
A junkyard.
Is there an ambush? That's
Yeah.
Well, a junkyard and a techno wizard do get along like bread and butter, but as far as there's no ambushes that you can see, except for the people are unaware so far. Since you have a cloaked
Oh,
vehicle.
by the way,
well,
what do they
since
look like?
he's
What are they wearing? Are they in coalition uniforms?
No. No, they're obviously mercenaries or just free. They're armed, but they're not heavily armed.
So they look more like looters.
Yeah, so far from what the dragon's telling you is, it's roughly about a total of 15 guys.
Level 1 raiders. Come
Roughly,
on.
I'd say, and you'd say from a head count, you'd say about 5 of them are cyborgs. The rest of them have, plastic man armor, really okay armor, but you don't know what the leader looks like because he's inside a building. But you can actually go inside the building, can't you?
Yeah, I think so. Actually, no, I have to have line of sight to where I'm using the clairvoyance.
So
And so
So he's
since
just
he
like
blurred
scaring
the,
around the vehicle to different windows.
Yeah.
What's that way?
what was that?
But just
what was
like
that
real
setting?
casual.
since he blurred the vehicle and I'm on top of the vehicle, does it look like I'm just heat like waves below me as I'm going?
No, you're burning well, sir.
You're cloaked as well, but it would be funny if you were like llama, 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 just and cross-legged.
So somebody like, what the fuck? And he just looks over as he's floating by. He's like, embrace your inner chi. And they're like, did the Borg just tell me to embrace my inner chi? You know what? Fuck it. If he can do that shit. Lama, 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 lama.
I'm not
The power
floating.
of voodoo.
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 Okay, so it's up to you guys. You guys are now within about a quarter mile because the voodoo doctor's not stopping driving.
I come up next to Mavis's character who's just looking out the window. I'm like, yes, kill them. Let's.
Let's do it. I'm gonna dash to the front, like,
Well,
go that way.
I look
Go
at
that way.
Mikey. I go, try to skirt around or avoid the group as best you can. We got the Borg on top, so if they start to open fire, he can rain first blood.
Okay, so I drive right into it.
Yes.
Perfect. So you drive right into you don't go off roading on the junk. You just
No,
go
I go right into it.
through
You mean skirt as in just go right up the middle, right?
the- well,
Yeah, sure. That's what skirt means.
so yeah, you guys make a hell of a ruckus coming in because he hits a pile of junk and goes like monster trucks it up the top and comes over the top, and there's like 5 dudes seeing this blurry image of metal flecking off.
So I stopped
just dive out.
I stopped the ATV.
Just,
I step out the door and just
How's it-
stand there as an old man.
I use the momentum to just go flying into one of the groups.
it's okay.
See, I don't need to aim.
I'm watching
No.
from the window like my shield.
roll fighting.
Fighting? Okay.
The mind melter's like, son of a bitch.
Yeah. No. 1.
Oh, right on your face.
So did you get a 1 on the wild die or on the main die?
Both.
On
Yes.
both.
Double ones.
Oh, that's a. So.
Maybe I do need.
He
Maybe I
lives.
do need to aim.
Maybe I do
Okay.
need tape.
So first combat roll was not the best there, Southern Dragon. So let's say here's what
Hey,
happens.
I'm not good with vehicles, okay?
Yeah,
Yeah. Or riding yourself in the air.
yeah. So you
Not
go
good at math. They're soup.
you go flying off like surprise, motherfucker, and you you miss them completely. You go right through the middle of their fire, which means you're partially on fire. Which it's SCC fire. It's not going to hurt you, but you're on fire. And you roll through a building, and you're basically upside down. You also have to roll a mechanical failure. So
Okay. What's that again?
something on you doesn't work. So let's figure
What
out.
dice is it?
That would be a second, and I will grab it.
I believe it's a D20.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it is too.
Okay. 10.
A 10. Okay.
Please stand by. Cyborg is experiencing technical difficulties.
Dun, 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 dun,
We all have different music.
Every time
Please
he rolls,
hold for IT.
Now we know what the technical difficulties was. Nobody can pick the music. Dun, dun.
I'm his tech worker, so it's do 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 do.
actually it's a D6.
That's a D6? Okay. 5.
Out of 5. All right. Okay, so the device or gear applies a -2 to all trait rolls where it's used. In this case, roll me another D6. I'm going to use the old location chart.
4.
E-miney, boop.
4. 1, 2, 3,
You're
4.
so
That's your
close.
arm. So roll it one more time because I'm gonna figure out which arm it is.
Great. 6.
What? 6?
6.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
gonna be your left arm. Your left
Good.
arm,
Okay.
yeah, your left arm has a -2 to all trait rolls using it. It's literally spasming the fuck out. Fuck. And you're upside down.
Why
so you
keep
have
flipping
to...
me off? What?
All right. So
Question for you, DM.
Yep.
Does this ATV have a speaker to the outside?
Yeah.
Okay. I turn on the speaker.
Oh God.
Okay. Cool.
Shall we draw for initiative?
Yes, let's go ahead and draw for initiative.
All right, so I wanted to dive out when we stopped and just dragging out. So that's gonna be fun too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So give me a second here, and I'm gonna roll for their fear.
Remind me initiative. Where?
You
how?
draw a card.
Draw a
Draw a
card.
card. Requirements. 1 sec. I am a silly.
Oh yeah.
I am silly.
Ace of spades.
Hell yeah.
Queen of hearts.
Hit the
Joker?
buttock. Joker. Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Trying to remember if Joker was good or bad. Hold on a second.
No, Jokers go first.
Yep, Jokers are the first ones. Yep.
Do they go first, or I thought the rules said they go whenever they want as well.
Yeah, you can choose when you want to go.
Oh, cool. You get to pick your initiative.
Yep.
Well, Mister, I'm diving out the fucking window. Or
Yeah,
using the
but you fucking
door.
go first.
I hope you're using
Five
the
of
goddamn
diamonds.
door.
All right. What'd you get?
I also got a Joker.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Except I got Sigma, bitches.
You
He's
could
got
help
the
you
cool
get
Joker.
Mega Man cards.
All right. The enemy.
That's right.
The enemy got for them 4 diamonds, so they go last. All right. So
I'm gonna take my Joker to go first and start monologuing. So, I see that there are many, many folks out there who do not feel the voodoo flow through them.
At this point, I turn into a dragon, just right here in the middle.
There you come up. Blah!
Sup, motherfucker?
See, as you can see, I can summon dragons. So could you if you follow the voodoo.
Woo!
Just remember, hoodoo, what voodoo can do for you.
Deal.
So while that happens, the dragon comes out, Drake's out. 3 out of the 5 run. The other 2 are like, what? They just saw a cyborg fly past them, roll into their shack. They're like, dude, I just built that thing. And then a dragon comes out the side door of this invisible truck that all of a sudden became visible. And they get a voice saying, "Hey, the voodoo!" and coming over a loudspeaker from nothing, basically, because it's cloaked. And you got? What are you doing, Kyle? Do you want to go first, or do you want to wait?
I'll let him finish his speech. I just drag it down in the middle, right as the start of it, for the simple
He's
sake of why
looking
not.
awesome.
Dragon, you may now feel the voodoo and kill as you do.
All right, I yell unlimited power and shoot a fireball at those guys running away.
Okay, are you doing the fire field, or are you doing the fireball? Because the fireball hits.
Are they close enough for me to do the cone, or do I have to do the ball?
Yeah, they're close. Yeah, you came out pretty much on top of them. You get the element of surprise here, so yes.
Yeah, so I'll do the cone.
Okay.
And did I get a wound? I didn't get a wound then.
No,
right?
no wound. This is you got the technical difficulty. That's all I gave you. You didn't take. It was more to hurt your pride than anything.
Yeah, it's
I just wanted to make sure I didn't have to do a berserk roll.
No. Maybe you heard a son of a bitch from that shack. That's about it.
Okay, so while the other ones are sitting there, like what? Mikey did say he could summon dragons, not just one. So I'm gonna cast illusion.
Nice.
Make a dragon of form out of mist and tendrils of shadow, or form into a shadow dragon. So
Dragon number 2, bring the voodoo.
okay, so actually that explodes. So that's gonna be 10. So that's with 2. That's with actually 1 raise.
Okay.
So I pulled off. The dragon appears, comes out of the shadows. Actually, from the hut that Brad rolled into, the shadows will come out to form a full conversion dragon.
Oh god damn!
Shadows, and it just roars at them.
All right, hold on a second.
Roll to pee.
Oh, they both pee. At this point. Yeah, they both pee. They're
Yes!
starting to run too, but roll your attack on your fire.
He's a fireball. Hadouken.
It's a D6. So,
Hadouken!
oh shit. 2 and a 5.
5's a success. So you what's the damage on those?
2d10, and they get a agility with -2 to dodge it.
Oh, okay. Okay. -2? God damn it. Nope. And oh shit. Wait.
Sadly, only 10 damage.
Nope. And actually, that one of them managed to go fuck and dive out of the way. The other two are incinerated.
Brett?
You see some cybernetic parts, like the cybernetic arm that was left, fall to the ground. The other two are starting to run, but they turned around to run from the mechanical dragon behind them to two of the three friends being just washed with fire. They're like, well, fuck, because now they have a dragon on either side of them. And who was next in the initiative?
I got a 5 of time.
I think
Who is next?
I got the Queen of Hearts.
Yeah, so that would be Southern Dragon.
Brad. Yep.
God damn.
Okay, so there's the one that's running away, and was there one in the shack that I?
No, there's a total of 3 running away now. 2 of them got vaporized. There was a total of 5. So the 2 got vaporized. 1 was ahead of the other 2. He was one of the 3 that was running away, and then there's 2 more behind that just went. Fuck.
I thought the boss was in the shack.
No, that's a different building. That's further into this facility. So
Okay. Well,
Of course,
since
he's
I'm
looking out his
pretty
window
far,
now and we're like, there's 2 motherfucking dragons in this shit.
yep.
Since I'm sure that they've got it, I'm just gonna charge forward.
Okay.
So
You're gonna go further into the complex, or are you gonna go after?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because you're like, these guys are gonna be wiped out.
yeah.
Alright. So
Playtime.
yeah, with a spazzy arm, you're like, fuck it, I'll deal with it. All right.
Yeah.
So you use your movement basically to get over the next ridge of junk after you stand yourself up, and you see the building where the commander is, and you see about 4 guys patrolling that are all kind of turning in that direction because they heard roar, roar, wham wham slam.
Follow the power to voodoo. Dragons shall appear. You do not follow the power to voodoo.
It's exactly.
Who of you are ready to convert to the voodoo?
Yeah.
The Voodoo Borg.
The voodoo board.
There we go.
So you managed to get within eye shot. You're not quite in combat range yet for that one, but you're moving you're closer than these guys are.
Even with my mini railgun.
You can shoot there's a patrol guy that's like, what the fuck? Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh dear bother.
Oh, Raggy.
All right, so go ahead and take a shot at him. He's about I'd say about 40 yards away from you.
I got a 7.
That's a really good hit.
Yeah, that's the Joker's in this one.
Roll yourself some damage.
All right, it's 2d8 plus 4.
That's
So that is 12.
that's not,
No, sorry, 16.
that mega damage or non-mega damage?
Non-mega. Only my chain greatsword has the mega damage.
Okay, that's how much damage? I'm sorry.
12 plus 4, 16.
Okay. Okay. This. All right. Here we go. He's not gonna. This isn't a boss fight. Okay. He soaked 3 of that, and the rest of it went into him. So yeah, that's 3.
Ruin.
That's yep. Yeah, you put a hole through his chest. He's like, what the? Oh God. He's down.
Kalima.
So next initiative would be Mavis.
Oh, sweet. Well, I'm gonna activate my invisibility backpack and saunter out of the vehicle. How many of them are currently still standing?
3.
I'm gonna try and get behind one of them.
Okay.
He's in a full-blown run. You know that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, he's running away.
Okay. Okay, I'll try and sprint ahead of them for
And
funsies.
I'm fleet-footed. I don't know if that makes a difference.
Oh yeah, that would be. Well, you leveled this guy, so when you leveled him, you were like 4 feet away from him because you had fleet foot.
Yeah.
Here's the, oh hi. Okay, Mavis,
I'm gonna try and.
if you're gonna try and chase him, let me take a look. I have a chase chart here for you. It's gonna be 4 penalty to give to. You're gonna have a well. He's already in a full run, so you're gonna. What's your speed?
My speed. Where is?
Should be 6.
Wait. Nice. Oh, yeah, 6.
He's clearly faster than you,
Okay, then.
and he's
Then
probably
I'm-
peeing himself, so he's going by pure fear.
Okay, then. I'ma just meander around and take a look at what's available.
You just start to grab gear, like, wow, look cool. All
Hey,
right.
you know what? There is a perfectly just slightly charged full cybernetic arm on the ground without
Mine.
the remainder of the body.
It's
Mine.
burning. It's a little bit toasty, but it's a little bit warm, so I wouldn't
I-
grab it right off the bat.
I wear gloves for a reason. Mine.
So you head that towards that direction. All right, so we're gonna keep the same initiative order. So we got Kyle and Tunda taking going at the same time this round.
Or whenever they feel like it.
Oh no, yeah. Well, I mean, in this case, it'll be
Is there anybody else out there?
there are 3 guys running towards the main complex, which is where the full conversion Borg went.
They're hauling ass.
Like,
How far away? How far away are they?
they were about. You came over and got within about 10 feet of them, and then they turned to run. So they're a few of those words on the internet. What?
Hi, Ed.
Hey.
Sorry.
So you basically at this point he's ran. I'd say he's about 30 feet out and gaining distance.
I might hit the gas.
he's like,
Get him.
I think I'm getting the hang of this driving thing, guys.
Oh, I'm just supposed to aim for them. Got it. Is anybody on my team in front of me?
Mavis is walking, kind of flanking around in front of you. The dragon is to the side, I guess. He can avoid it easily. The mind melds are still in the vehicle because he doesn't have to get out.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the passenger seat, just looking out the window.
So
Like,
you just see me open the window, and I point to one of the guys running away.
Yeah.
And I say, "Shoot your friends," and I cast puppet.
Roll it. It's a not a will save. It's a what's this? Is there a save versus it?
Yes, it would be a not vigor. Sorry.
wait, Tunda, don't you have to make a dolphin first?
Huh? I do have to make a dolphin. Huh?
I thought, don't you
I
make
did
a
that
dolphin?
during the monologuing.
Oh, cool. Okay.
While I was telling them about the voodoo, I'm looking at these guys and making a doll of them. Action figures. I do not make dolls.
It's a voodoo action figure, man. Come on.
It is. I literally form a voodoo action figure.
With new karate chop action.
Actually, the Borg does have karate chop action. You help me.
Well, right now he does because of his spazzing out arm. He's like, hacha, hacha.
He's like, I don't know if it's damage or the voodoo priest. My arm.
I got a 16.
Damn. Okay.
So that means I have 1, 2, 2 raises, 3 raises.
That's 3 raises, yeah. So yeah.
So they have a -3 to the -4 to their roll.
You mean to
They'll
resist it?
fight it. Yeah.
I don't know why I'm even rolling this unless he explodes it. Yeah, he got a 2.
So he attempts to take 2 shots, 1 at each of his friends.
Okay. We go with his firing ability. So first guy, that's a 6. The other one is a 2. So it's the first guy. So you literally see the guy like running. He stops and goes and shoots his buddy and misses the other guy. The other guy dies like shit and rolls. And then Kyle, what are you doing? There's now 2. One is dove for cover, but he's diving into junk basically. He's still with an eye shot. You're high enough that you can see over that little ledge and see where the Borg is. And you can see he's pretty far ahead.
All right. I mean, I got wings, so I'm thinking like fly towards them, and then
You going for the 2 guys? Or you're going for where the Borg is.
Smaug this shit.
I'm gonna go for the two guys who are running away. Yeah.
Well,
Get
one guy stopped and inexplicably shot his buddy in the chest.
What the shit?
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, I feel like I need to shoot my buddy." Like, coward, don't run! Bam.
So how long does he like puppeted for?
He is puppeted for 3 rounds.
Okay, so he's probably gonna kill his buddy and then kill himself. So I guess I'll fly towards the Borg then.
Can you make him harm himself? By the way.
I can. You just get another save against it.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna head over the top.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna say that you catch up right about the point that Southern Dragon gets. Wait. Which one of the two, Baron or Southern Dragon, went first?
I did.
You did. So what are you doing, Baron?
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead.
You're smiling.
I look out the window.
You're smiling. I can
see-
see it.
So I look out and I see one of the guys that's still running.
Yep.
Okay. You said there's scrap all around us, so
Yep.
I'm gonna find just a quick piece of junk that's spear-like,
Okay.
and I'm gonna super TK him with it.
You find a javelin.
Roll it.
That seems a little excessive.
It's an old
I
college
incinerated 2 of
javelin.
them.
That's not excessive for a mind melter.
6 explodes. So 11.
Oh, yeah.
So that is so it's now mega damage because of the raise.
Jesus.
Jeez.
So I hit him with over 2 tons of force.
Man, that is
now-
some crazy gumbo out there.
Tell me what happens on that one. What describe
Well,
it?
it doesn't really like you'd think it would just cleanly go through at such force, but at this point, because it's carrying so much resistance from the wind around it, it formed a cone of air pressure, and when it hits, you just get pink mist.
So the guy that's possessed is like just standing there, shot his buddy, turned the other guy that dodged, and just sees that guy go, "Fuh!"
And there's complete buried except for like 2 inches in the ground in a crater is this like piece of like rebar. It's just this metal building is like, "Ah!" And I look over, I'm like, ooh, may have overdone that one.
I said that was excessive.
Cheers to you, good sir.
So, Southern Dragon, you are next. You come up to the building. There's basically 2 big front
Oh,
doors.
by the way, I dropped the second dragon.
Oh, just to get rid of it?
Yeah, because I'm not going to maintain it. It was just for the initial scare.
Just for
Okay.
funsies.
Yeah, it
So
works.
it goes, fades out in shadows.
Okay.
Oh god, it's still somewhere.
So,
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole thing. Is it goes, it like roared and then like moves into the shadows, so they don't know it's a delusion that may have just gone through the shadows.
You may hear
Nobody
with a good.
Nobody
Good.
can see my face, but I look very
Good.
impressed.
so Southern Dragon, you hear the flapping of wings and the slight grumble of a dragon that's flying over top of you. He's behind you barely, but he's caught up at this point. So you guys are going in
Okay.
together. The picture like a ranger station. That's kind of what this is like. It's like a 2-story building, smaller second story. The only way in is from the front. There's no outside stairwells to go up to the second floor. You have to go through the inside.
No, you don't.
Yeah, there's about from your initial reconnaissance, or at least what the dragon told you, is that there's about 4 or 5 guys in there, including the boss of these guys.
Okay.
So, are you gonna go in, or do you want to go around and take out the outliers?
I'm gonna go in.
Your arm.
You hear the dragon say, "You get the first floor, I'll get the second." As he's like flying over the
Oh.
top.
Your arm, dude.
Hey, don't worry. I'm guessing this building is probably not MDC, right?
No, it's not.
Good, because my thing's duration's 3 rounds.
I was gonna come find you on my next round. Just
So
like,
you-
okay.
My flame breath is MDC as well, so I could probably just level this building.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can.
I was just gonna peel the wall off the next round.
I'm just gonna go practice my driving.
He's doing donuts.
Yeah, so you're like, you see Mavis. Mavis is off to the side grabbing the cybernetic arm, kind of. Ooh. Southern Dragon, you're gonna go in. So you just bust in the door because it's an
Yep.
SCC door. So you just literally run through it. As you
Here's Johnny.
Yeah, as you run in, he goes, "Holy fuck!" and you hear you see a guy that's
Please
like,
tell me we all hear that.
yeah, that's all you hear is wham, holy fuck, and, and there's two guys playing cards that go, holy fuck.
I think I know her.
Brad, you got to say, "Oh yeah!"
Yeah.
Technically, he's red, so yes. So yeah, you have a clear shot on these guys. And they are
He's the karate
Brad's
chopping
character-
Kool-Aid man.
Brad's new nickname is the Kool-Aid Man because he just comes through fucking walls. He's bright red.
I need a 10-4 on the Kool-Aid Man. 10-4 on the Kool-Aid Man.
yeah.
The funny thing is, that was my nickname in high school.
Over your radio, you guys are picking up like slight radio chatter because they're on walkie-talkies. You guys, what the fuck's going on? I don't know. Fucking, there's a dragon. There's another dragon. There's a fucking. Oh yeah, you know. We're
right.
fucked. It's like,
This is why you don't doubt the voodoo.
yeah. So yeah, Southern Dragon, you have initiative on these guys. They're pretty much flat-footed.
Yeah, but I have a -2 with my sword because of the
Karate
yeah, the
your fist does just as much damage as your sword.
yeah.
You use the sword against like power armors. These guys that's way overkill.
So that
Apparently,
would be,
so is Super TK.
6.
Yeah, no shit. So what would you get?
A 6.
A 6. All right. So you would succeed. So you hit the first guy. Roll me some damage.
Okay, yeah, this is gonna be way overkill. So strength.
You're
plus
firing
two-
a rail gun into a dude
No,
that's playing.
sword.
Oh.
Sword.
Okay, I was like.
He's firing a sword?
It's
In essence, yeah. 'Cause-
Okay.
It's
so
a sword gun. Is it a stabbing or a shooting? Yes.
21.
Ow.
That's MD, right?
No, sorry, 23.
That's mega damage?
No, 21. Yeah, it's mega damage. Yeah.
Your sword is mega damage, so it doesn't matter. You do 1 point and you're going through these guys. So I'm gonna say you level both of them. You just go through and they're like, what the holy fuck? Blah! And there's just splatter through
sweet.
the hallway. And right behind them is a set of stairs that goes up to the second floor. Would you want to go that way or do you want to clear out this bottom floor?
Let's clear out the bottom floor.
Okay, now cutting over to the next one on the initiative, which would be Mavis. Mavis, what do you
I'm gonna stash the arm somewhere safe, and then I'm gonna try and follow the Borg. Just god dang it, freaking.
Your character really needs to have like a set of headphones so you can like jam out to music while all this shit's going on, just like while you're tinkering while combat's.
I'm Sombra, not Lucio. I mean, what?
Yeah, so you get up, like, so you see the ATV start to drive forward. It's right next to you. You could always grab onto it and ride it back in, or if you want to go in.
Yeah.
You're not gonna.
I'll hang on to the door. Just whoop,
Yep.
and go. I'll go visible.
Why does
Yeah.
why does the ATV feel heavier?
I'm a lean inside and throw the arm just because me.
What? Why is there an arm?
Because I wanted it.
It's still twitching. It's like blah blah. All right.
People call me
Why?
weird, and there's an elf throwing a technological
What?
arm at me.
Why
Half-elf.
was I programmed to feel pain?
Also, as I'm hanging on, I activate my flaming sword in one hand. Just whoop.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right, so cutting back to the top of the initiative, we're going back to Kyle and Tunda. What are you guys doing?
All right. I'm just going to use my fire breath and take the second floor off the building.
Damn.
Just try to take it off the
Hey,
building.
how many floors is there?
2.
Yeah.
Okay, because there's a third floor. I'm like, that bitch is coming down.
Roll your strike. Don't get a 1 because Southern Dragon's in there.
Still on the bottom floor.
Come on, dice. Don't let me down. 6.
Damn, a 6 with the D6 or what dice are you using?
Yeah, I have a D6.
So you got max, right?
Yeah.
So that means you
Roll again.
roll again. You get
Roll again.
explodes.
Yeah, not that.
You got a fucking raise. Holy shit. Okay.
Jesus.
I got a 1 on the second roll.
It's a 7.
Oh.
Still. So here's what. Did you use the cone or the fireball?
The cone.
Oh, okay, great. So, so here's what happens. Commander is drinking his whiskey, smoking his cigar, minding his business. He's like, "What the fuck's going on?" He stands up to go look out the window and sees you flying at him. He's like, "Oh!" He's all he gets out is "Holy shit!" and then flames the whole second story because that's where his office was. So, Southern Dragon, what you see is above you. The ceiling is now fire. Like it didn't hit you, but it burned through the ceiling. So the second floor is gone with the roof. So now you're in a convertible building. Luckily,
Have you ever seen the movie Backdraft?
Yeah. Yeah. So the whole the whole ceiling of this building is gone, and you didn't even get to see bodies because they were incinerated. But so you just do one pass and like take them out. Southern Dragon's like, what the fuck, right? you hear a couple of oh shits from the corner, so now you know where the other guys are.
And just as the dragon goes flying over the top, you just hear like, oh, unlimited power.
Now you know who it is.
Yep,
And
just
then-
pass.
And then you hear Tunda, the roof is on fire. You don't need no voodoo, let the motherfucker burn. Burn.
So Voodoo Mystic, what are you doing? By the way, you witness this as you come over the ledge. You see just the entire top half of this building is fucking gone.
Hey, the dragon is feeling the voodoo. I approve of what he do.
All right. So what are you doing? Are you continuing to drive up?
I'm just continuing to drive up, and I drive right up to as close as I can get to the building.
Preaching the whole way.
Let's
Oh,
do it.
yeah.
I make some tea.
You're making
You're like,
some
okay.
tea. Like
I ain't much. I'm like, there's nothing else for me to do. I'm like,
I'm just driving as close as I can to the building and kind of just like park.
so
I'll let the big boys do this one.
I go, question. How many people were we supposed to go find and save? Please tell me it wasn't 15.
I was looking
Oh
closer at
man, I can't find the tour bus still. It's fine.
I'm gonna lean back into the base. I doubt these people are in the Gold's Gym. This is a junkyard.
See, this is great because
Okay,
Mavis'
good
character like had the flaming sword. She's like, yeah, and like Crest of the Ridge is like, oh no, we don't need this. Just put that sword away.
Just put that-
I have my toolkit out.
So Southern Dragon, as you are searching this bottom floor, you turn around to go down the hallway because literally there was a hallway, 2 doors, a door on either side, which you haven't gone into yet. The guys that were playing poker at the end of the hallway with the stairs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so those 2
Yeah.
doors, you literally turn to go into one of those doors, and as you do it, a dude comes barreling out of there like a bat out of hell and runs square into your chest. It's like,
Even
tank, just wham! He's like, he just looks up. He's like, hi.
that guy's smart. He wore the brown pants.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So what do you?
So-
He's in shock at this point.
Hey,
There's like 9
What's
levels
up?
of shock here.
Hi, Edge.
yeah, I did. Hey, what's up?
Hey, they just burned down the building.
So he just looks up and says hi, and I just look down and say bye.
How much do I have to donate to insert a hostile crackhead into the next fight? So basically, juicer. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are hostile crackheads in this game. None of these guys happen to be juicers. It would have been not really that.
All right.
Considering we have
So
foul.
you said there was 2 in this room, though, right? So the one ran into me. Where, do I see the other one?
Yeah, the other guy was about ready to run. He realized as he heard the tink fuck, that he's not gonna.
Dogs are
He's,
on fire.
you're his only way out at this. He's like,
Okay.
you see him literally. Actually, no. What he does is he gets panicked because he sees you. Right. First guy hits you and is standing there. The second guy goes shit, dives through the fucking window. So, McTunda, all you see is a window shatter in front of your vehicle, and this guy goes diving out and does a front roll and just starts booking it.
I got it.
Okay. So since my TK is still technically active and I haven't got to take my turn,
Ooh.
can I just look out and pick him up?
Sure.
Hold it for me.
Alright.
Hold it for me.
I pick him. He's about 8 feet up in the air, just held there like, like legs going. I'm like, we may need a question. Just
Yeah, for my attack, I rolled a 12. My D10 critted. And so
Okay.
Damn.
So, what were you attacking with?
the sword still, I was planning on just doing it.
How do you want to do this?
pretty much just stab forward and then rip up and like shoulder the blade.
Yeah, you rip this guy in half.
Damn.
So he's
Yeah.
so at this point you can see that this place is clear except for the guy that's dangling about 8 feet above the ground.
I go over should I throw him in the air? See how high I can get him?
Wait. I want to poke him. Flaming sword.
We're sadistic.
Who said I was lawful?
I go, ooh, I got an idea. I'm like, I get Tunda's character. I'm like, do you want to try to convert him?
I've already got one, and you see the other guy that I'm controlling walk in.
Oh yeah, he's still alive. I forgot about that.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in to find our Borg.
Okay.
The board comes walking out at this point, right?
Yeah.
I would say you're
I
coming
just
out-
walk like through the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you come out and then you see a guy right now dangling 8 feet off the ground as I'm contemplating what to do with him.
Hey,
Pinata.
hey, Hill Sage, thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate it.
Hi, Ed.
So Brad, what do you do? Because I'm contemplating what to do with him, but he's floating right there in front of you. Like, you could batter up.
Pinata, so
You're like, I got enough blood on my hands.
Wait, hold still. I'm gonna real quick try to fix his malfunctioning arm before he takes a swing.
This poor
reason.
bastard. I'm like, I kind of look out. I'm like, is there anything you want to plead for your life? Anything you want to say? Offer up to live before?
Do we have a last guy that's not dead?
Yeah, he's dangling.
Hold on.
I have him in super TK grip.
Technically 2 of them, but one of them is puppeted.
So
I go back to old man Palpatine form, and you just hear quietly, "Yes, kill him."
Well, here's the thing: you come in and swoop your wings in, and then land like, and then you're like, "Shoop, yes, excellent."
Kidder,
Yeah.
I rolled my repair and the wild die, and they both got a 6. So,
Your arm's great.
oh yeah, I fixed it.
Nice.
I'm gonna pat you, just like, okay, go get him, Tiger.
To be fair, the only roll that you did bad was the first one. Yeah, other than that, you really fucked shit up on this one. So the guy goes, "What do you want? Anything you want? You guys look like a good group. I think I could be a valuable member."
I want all of the goodies in this junkyard. I like to tinker.
Hey, take it, all yours.
Sweet.
I'm like, you have a cache. I'm like, I'm sure you guys have a cache of goods that were particularly of value.
That your friends won't be needing anymore.
Some of them were in the boss's office. Most of them are like Cuban cigars and stuff like that. So I don't think they're around anymore.
Yeah.
He goes, I don't know. The boss took a chunk of the loot. You know, he's not really from this area, so I don't know. I mean, I could tell you where his house is. So you know.
Yeah, Mike, any coalition forces in this area that we need to know about?
No, they usually leave us alone. If we do see a patrol, we usually just they walk past us. They leave us alone. Not none of us are DBs or magic users. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah,
really?
fast.
I'm tapping my foot.
I mean, I want to ask him what how do we know his allegiance is gonna be like? He's not just gonna flip flop on us.
You gotta do this in Palpatine voice. That's how this goes.
How do we know we can trust you?
How do you know you were doing the dark side with us?
At this point, I'll do. If there's a steady paycheck in it, I'll do whatever you say.
Oh yeah, that's not a problem at all. I need you to stand still for me for a second, please.
He's 8 feet in the air, dangling. You
No,
can't-
8.
8 feet in the air. Yeah.
He's just floating there.
Well, stand still.
Jangle.
Stop flailing. I can't make your right arm correct.
So Mavis, are you just gathering parts at this point?
Yeah, I'm rooting through all of the piles, looking for like gemstones, looking for scrap metal.
Where's that scout suit we saw at?
Oh, you mean
That too.
the power armor?
Yeah.
Oh, the power armor is back towards where you guys entered. Well, first of all, what are you doing to this poor bastard?
What's your name?
He goes, John.
Last name, John?
John.
Just John, man.
Mm.
I'm not important
Well,
enough to have a
hello.
last name, man.
Hello, Mr. Just John.
Mm, that sucks.
Hello.
Even
Call him
I have a
JJ for
last
sure.
name.
Call him JJ
He's-
for
he's
short.
like, he's like, nice to meet you.
So come on, are we doing this or not? I want to play.
I mean,
I
I'll take a
fixed
free
him for a
mercenary.
reason, guys.
Free mercenary is a free mercenary.
Well, he wants to get paid. Let him pay the man a little bit.
We'll pay him a little bit, and if he dies, I mean,
I let him go. I drop him to his feet. I'm like,
Oh.
welcome. I go, welcome to the Tomorrow Legion.
What's that? Whatever it is,
All right.
I'm happy to be.
He's paying you now.
I'm happy
The
to be a
Tomorrow
part
Legion
of it.
is where Baron LaCroix has decided that you are a willing and able member of the Voodoo. And how the Tomorrow Legion works is you must go out and you must spread the word of Voodoo through everybody, making sure that anybody and everybody will always feel the embrace of the Voodoo.
Okay. I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna go
I'm
do
like-
that, and
You might need a book.
yeah. Do you have one?
Actually, I do.
He has like a basket of them.
He has a pamphlet of the voodoo.
I actually do. It's a 3-page
Goddamn
pamphlet.
Jehovah's Witness.
Excuse me. It's a voodoo hoodoo, okay?
Voodoo.
The
Alright,
voodoo
so-
voodoo.
Have you heard the
Seeing
good
that we're
word?
not gonna kill this guy, I take my sword, just put it down, and then sit down and pout,
Oh,
leaning
did
against
you-
it.
Did you want to kill somebody?
What?
Like, no,
Did you
no,
want
no.
to kill somebody?
No, it's all right. No.
No, not you. No, you. I send my other puppet guy towards him.
Get him.
Towards the cyborg.
Yeah, we only need one.
Get him.
Really?
this poor guy, his friend
It's
is
like
like walking towards the
Christmas.
cyborg, like, kill me.
The man does get a spirit check because I'm probably doing something that is against his will.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah.
Walking towards a full conversion Borg who's like, I get to kill him?
That's a 6. It's not a raise. So.
Dead Borg is probably looking like a kid on Christmas.
So does he succeed then?
No, he does not.
Oh, he does not.
Nope.
Okay, I want to pull him out and just crush his head.
Oh,
Well, okay. I said you can kill. That's ridiculous.
Yes.
I mean, come on.
John's like,
Attaboy!
dude, I never liked that guy. He owed me $20. Hey, can you see if there's $20 in there for me? It's fine. He goes, so this Tomorrow Legion thing sounds pretty cool. I think I'm all about that. I'm gonna go spread the voodoo. I'll catch you guys later.
Yep, I need to see you in 3 months, and I need to have at least 5 followers back. Thank you.
Cool, I'm on it. All right, bye.
Run, bitch,
He
run.
just goes running over the. He's running.
I put a
He's-
hand on his shoulder before he leaves and just says, "There were no dragons here."
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
All right.
Good,
So
good.
JJ, 3 months from now, better be back.
He's keeping the notes. He has a list of followers. All right, so from what you guys managed to search, depending on how long you guys want to stick around here, the bot is a former UAR bot. It's been fairly well stripped. There are a couple of part components you guys can grab.
Ooh.
Because this is a power armor that has 2 pilots in it, so it has a cockpit.
It's a
like-
Jaeger.
the Jaeger basically, but it so you grab some like sensor equipment and some power sources and stuff like that. Most of the copper wiring in it has been stripped out. The optics are all torn out. No firepower whatsoever. All the guns and that stuff has been salvaged.
Can I find any basic like jewelry, gemstones, something
Um,
from the piles?
in
I
the
go help her search the piles because I can just lift up ridiculous heavy things the
Yeah.
size of a large
like-
car.
You're not going to find gems on bots. Just going to let you know.
No,
right?
no. I just mean in their piles of goodies.
not anything you
damn,
can see.
dog.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Not any
Hmm.
gems in here, but inside the building, what's left of it, in the bottom floor near the where the guys are playing poker, that was a small locker room in that corner, and in some of those lockers, you see a small bag of like gems, not
Mine-
large gem. She's like, mine, click dibs.
I'm grabbing the gems and I'm gonna just that sensor stuff and the power sources. I have an
Oh.
idea.
I'm like, are you half elf or half goblin?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
The other things you guys find is you guys find an assortment of about 4 eclipse for laser weapons. So if any of you guys have like, okay, you guys.
I do check the guy to see if he has $20.
I do believe
Yeah.
my flaming sword is TK.
Yeah.
He has a 20 credit chip on him.
He had a 20 credit chip on him.
Okay. I put that into the voodoo donation pool.
You have a donation pool. That's awesome. So that's pretty much what you find. You guys find a total of about, I'd say about 2,000 credits of loose monies off the bodies, and in the lockers. And then other than that, standard survival kits, stuff like that. So if you guys need rope or binoculars or anything like that, tents, sleeping bags, these guys had a lot of that stuff laying around. And then scrap metal all over the place, copper wiring, that kind of thing, which would be handy for Mavis.
Like, we need to move on. We do have a job to do still, guys.
All right, I get to tinker with the van.
That's fine.
So in the meantime, as you guys are traveling, I need, let's see here, who wants to draw a card?
I'll draw.
You wanna draw? All right, draw me a card. Draw a card.
Can I roll my techno wizard?
3 diamonds.
3 of diamonds. You got a diamond, huh? It's about a desire. So you tell me something in your backstory involving a desire.
A desire?
Yeah,
I
something
mean,
that
other
you
than
that you yearn for.
I yearn for vengeance on the coalition.
Great story, bro.
Yeah.
Cool story, bro.
Tell us why. 'Cause
Oh, tell you
the
what.
The
Okay.
viewers haven't seen it.
Story time.
Story time. Okay, so my character, the Bogeyman, as you guys know him as, is actual name is David Scryer. He grew up in Chi-Town. He was coalition forces for the longest part of his life. Upon 17, he was out on a mission with his unit. During the siege of Tolkien, they came across the mine melter. The mine melter attempted to kill David, but he was able to resist. Because of that, several members of the units thought he was corrupted by the mine melter's powers. It was under his control, so they tried to kill him. He woke up in a medical facility run by the coalition forces and found himself to be experimented upon. They were basically trying to create psionic powers in him in a way because they saw he had psionic potential. They succeeded. Very Weapon X style, he broke free with several others, slaughtering much of the coalition on the way out, and earned his freedom. Him and his group, which they were called the Lucid Nightmares, were guerrilla tactics forces that were taking out coalition units as part of their need for vengeance. They miscalculated, and upon one attack, they found themselves met with overwhelming odds, and most of his friends, as far as he knows, were all killed. So at this point, he wants to destroy the coalition, tear them apart. It is pure anger and vengeance that drives him towards his goal.
Exterminate.
Exterminate. So
That's cool.
So just kind of a heads up for the audience that the reason why we do this is it's during the downtime. So basically in the time between when we're traveling. So just instead of just saying you guys get there, we have the characters tell pass. So that's kind of give you an idea what you guys have to look forward to. In the meantime, that basically covered the remaining 2.5, 3 hours. You guys arrived in the location. You guys bypassed St. Louis.
Do I get my lightsaber?
Oh yeah, roll to see what you made, and also tell me what you're adding to it, what abilities you want to give it.
My techno wizardry, I'm using spirit because that's my highest dice.
Mm-hmm.
So 2d10 because it's d10 for both. Okay.
Actually,
No,
I think
it's a
you
D10.
lose your.
Use the higher of the two.
No.
So as one of them, and then the other one is always a D6.
Okay. So the higher of the two, that was a 9, and d6 got a 6.
So in this case, you
6
would.
explodes.
Yeah. Well, it depends if it gets higher than 9. If she gets a 1 on that thing, then yeah. Roll the d6 again.
5.
11.
Yep. So you got an 11. That's with the raise. So you did pretty good. What ability do you want to give the lightsaber? What spell What spell are you choosing to put into it?
Okay, sorry. Build Techno Wizard device. Build roll. Use the lowest score from Knowledge Engineering or Arcana or Techno Wizardry. So of those 3 different types, use the lowest of those.
Mm.
And then success. Conversion complete. Rage, you get 1 minor upgrade. So minor upgrades you have available for minor. Add +1 to a specific trait roll or appropriate to the item. +1 damage to a weapon. +2 to armor, shield, or clothing. +1 parry to a shield or close combat weapon. +5 PPE for storage, stored for charges. You can lower the weight of the item by a quarter. Apply arcane trapping to the device, or other minor upgrades as allowed by the GM.
Ooh, you can allow fire on it. Fire.
Dang.
A fire lightsaber.
Yeah, fire. Why not?
Okay. And so let me see what the.
Isn't that a bit of overkill?
Nah.
Well, he's
It's a
swinging
plastic lightsaber, so anything is better than what it currently is.
it. Yep.
Okay. Also, sorry, bad. So she gets the conversion plus the minor upgrade. So she gets. Okay, take a look here. 2 minor upgrades. So she gets the intended effect that she's the spell that she's putting into it from her spell list, plus a minor upgrade.
So could the minor upgrade be like making it not like even though it's plastic, make it like less or more indestructible?
Yeah, make
Is
it
it
so it
plastic?
doesn't break the first time he swings it.
Fire invulnerability on the handle.
I would say more like a enhanced durability, making it
Yeah.
low level MD.
Yeah, there you go.
So weird science. So you'd have what powers? Armor, barrier, blast, blind, bolt, burst, confusion, deflection. Fly, havoc, healing, intangibility, invisibility,
Deflection?
smite.
I hear deflection in there.
Or armor.
Deflection, armor would increase its strength. Smite would give it its actual lightsaber property.
Ooh, smite, yes.
Unlimited power.
Smite saber.
So yeah, the smite with the flame trapping would give it the actual lightsaber blade.
Yes, that.
At that point, you can swing it and not break it.
Yes.
Still have your strength in human. You'll actually be able to swing it and actually. That's pretty badass.
Smite saber.
What's the damage on it?
That would be. We take a look here. It'd be the smite spell. So.
And remember, you're gonna have to give it back to her at some point to maintain it. It's only good for a certain amount of time.
2 to 12 days.
Maintain it just to keep the magic in it going.
Well,
Yeah.
magic in it going. Make sure it doesn't fall apart. Just
Break,
it doesn't
yeah.
stop working.
Yeah, if it starts sputtering, just hand it back to me.
Unlimited. Son of.
Sorry.
Hello, tech support.
Sorry, it happens to every Sith.
Hello, tech support. Yes, somebody speaking.
Let's take a look here. Smite.
What is tech support? That's a scary thought.
It's actually.
Here, I can.
Techno Wizard tech support. Probably get some interesting phone calls. Yeah, it's alive. It's trying to kill me.
Oh, did you feed it after midnight?
Yeah.
I told you not to plug it in after 11 p.m.
Okay, so basically it just says smite increases the weapon's damage by +2 or a +4 with a raise.
Sweet.
So it would be his strength +2. If he gets a raise, it's a strength +4 when he activates it.
Done.
Okay, so before we go into the next section, because you guys are coming up to the point where you're going.
Baron, what was that really quick? It was strength plus what?
Yeah, your strength die +2. So normally, but when you you activate it and you use one of the PP in it, if you get a raise on that roll, it becomes a +4.
Okay.
Okay, so guys, we're gonna take a quick break so we can all like go to the restroom and whatnot, because it's about 8, so we're gonna take a quick breather here real quick.
Okay.
Before we start the next session, and then we'll be good to go. So be right back, guys.
Ice cream.
We're coming back in 3, 2, and we're back. Hello, folks.
Yeah.
Everyone strike a stupid pose.
So, with first combat in this round, you guys are pulling up to a small town about 45 miles north. There's no the sign on the town. You don't even know what the name of this town was, but it's pretty much rubble and worn down. Picture like The Walking Dead, but worse. Like if you see those houses kind of degraded. And you guys are coming upon the location of the downtown area, which is where the Gold's Gym is. And you see this is all pretty much rubble. Like the buildings are like, there's some maybe single story rooms that might still be intact, but there's not a full floor intact in most of these buildings. The Gold's Gym seems to be one of the only intact buildings left. And it's you can see as you pull up.
Yeah, the Move Fitness didn't last very long.
No, it didn't. No, there's a Hollywood Video right down the street.
Holy crap! A Hollywood Video?
Right next to the Blockbuster. Yeah, all of them.
I look enamored.
What about
Just,
Oh
What
my
about the
God.
Check It Out video?
She's all, maybe they have VHS.
I can add to my collection. Jurassic World 3, yo.
So as you guys pull up, you guys notice like almost a small blue glow, like around the door. Front doors of this thing that are barricaded. Not barricaded. Sorry, they're closed, but you can see that the doors damaged.
I think we found our
By
friend.
what? Do we see what?
Oh, the front door to this place is clearly.
But by what?
Oh,
Okay.
by
By-
what? You can tell it looks like it was by some sort of claws. Some of them look like they weren't gunfire. Let's just say that.
So I walk out of the ATV. I stop it. Walk out of the ATV.
I'm like right next to him because I'm excited.
I'm
I
like,
walk up to the door.
what does your voodoo senses tell you?
Yeah.
I knock.
Ding, ding. Go the fuck away.
We're here from the Tomorrow Legion. We're friends.
And we're here to bring you voodoo, and voodoo is good.
And food.
we have rations and we have a vehicle. We are meant to take you to safety.
I'm not falling for that Candygram bullshit again.
Oh, for Pete's sake. Somebody already pulled it.
I'm not a shark.
Ah,
I'm like, we're here from Castle Refuge, sent by Gina Torres to meet up with you and escort you back to the castle.
Okay. You see the blue tinge kind of dissipate. The door opens.
Wait. That says okay.
he name dropped. He name dropped Gina Torres. So,
Oh, that was my character.
yeah.
Personally, I call her Zoe, but you know.
All you see is, you remember in the first Ghostbusters when Ray peeks through the curtains with goggles on? That's what you see is like these goggles that have like a couple of gems. You guys reek of magic. Like,
I am internally
Well,
squealing.
I don't know if I thank you or say that's rude.
As it should be.
I take it as a compliment.
he's like, come on in.
Well, he
think he's
said the
lying,
word
but-
reek
Where did you park the ATV?
right up front. Every
It's
time.
like 5 feet behind us.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay.
Hold on. I'll go repark the ATV.
Park it.
No. What are you doing? I got the best parking job.
It's out in the open.
It's
You
up
guys
front.
go do your thing. I'll make sure no one detects this thing.
Rip those carjackers.
Thank you.
I go back.
Gonna
I go-
like, invisibility shield, or are you gonna cover it with shit?
I'm going to use my sonic deflection.
Yeah.
Let's take a look here.
That gives me the weirdest image. Like, if a carjacker reaches for the door, it just, like, rebounds and he punches himself in the face.
So 7, yeah, it camos.
Okay.
Nice, and I only use 7, so you know I don't beacon like a motherfucker to anything that reads magic.
Right.
I'm like,
do-
I kind of sit back in my seat inside. I'm like, go do your thing. I'll be out here, but keep him watch.
So he
See, but you can't remember, Baron. You can't do hand gestures.
he does have he has hands, but they're not.
Not the moment. I'm not because I'm not going into battle or anything. I'm just kind of sitting back. I'm like, go. Like
You're not
a
waving.
wrench floats up. It's like, go, shoot.
I'm
No,
gonna.
you have a mannequin hand you just keep on you for when you need to do hand gestures.
That's
Like
fucking awesome. Yeah.
Yes!
Go on.
I'm like, and I have written on the back of it. It says Big B's. No, Big B's.
Oh my god, yes! Yes!
Wrong system.
Fuck no.
No, even better. It's not a
Big
mannequin
B's.
hand. It's like one of the they sell them in art stores, so you can like practice drawing hands in different poses, so you can actually move the fingers and stuff.
I have one of those somewhere.
So
And it's sprayed purple, and it says Bigsby on it.
Big piece of hand.
Big
So
Yeah.
so
I'm
as you
gonna
guys,
like double pistol and head inside.
pew pew.
Just nice job.
As you guys come inside, all of you guys are inside. He closes the door and reactivates the PPE generator that's by it. Then the blue light shows back up on the door just in case something tries to break into this motherfucker.
I'm trying not to squeal.
And as you guys are in here, you see there's a bunch of some workout equipment. So Baron has no hands. What the shit?
he has no hands.
Baron, you explain that up via chat.
No arms either.
Yeah, from the shoulder down, he has no arms. So anyway, as you guys come in, you guys see there's roughly about 100 people in here. DBs, some leyland walkers, you can tell because they have the breath masks on, they have the robes around, they clearly...
How long was it going to be until that other guy gets in here?
He was
One that has the huge RV or whatever?
6 or 7 hours, basically. He's
Okay.
roughly that
He
far
can hold
behind you. So basically, you can see there's actually a lot of wounded here. A lot of people because they battled their way before they got rifted here, so they were already in. They've some of them managed to stabilize without medical aid, but some of them haven't. So there's a back room that is for bodies, that kind of thing. Died roughly about 15 people have died. Got here. And
Good thing we don't get paid by the person.
Do I see any who are in critical condition?
No, you can see that. Well, you can see that if they don't get medical attention within probably a couple of days, that there's some people that are bandaged up with what they could around them, but there's antibiotics, infections, that kind of thing. So,
I have a D6 in healing. I can try.
okay, so you'll go work on that. So
Yeah.
He goes, okay.
Just
and-
whoop.
yeah, you go over there and you see a ratling, a rat person. That has is going over there and magically like trying to do what she can with what PP. She looks like she's like just drained. Like
And
she.
I'll rest a hand on her shoulder. Here, take a break. I'll help.
Just thank you. She goes to the back and kind of relaxes for a bit. Anyway, so the techno wizard is the gentleman that answered the door, and he says, "So, what brought you guys here?"
We're here to save you. That's what we were paid for.
Gotcha. He says, "Well, we're ready to move out. Do this. Fuck out of here."
What attacked you?
I'm not sure. It was big. Whatever it was very big. Yeah, or at least
That narrows it down to half of the megaverses. So let's try this again.
It was on the other side of that door, so I didn't really see it. But yeah, it's that magical field is keeping it at bay, but it has been taking a beating. They've been beating on it for multiple days. Stopped roughly about an hour ago, but they've been coming back periodically. Usually they
Wait,
stop.
who's they took a beating?
Yeah, who's shooting at it? Like, how do they not know what it is if they're attacking it?
Because they're inside, they can't see on the outside. Basically, there's too much.
But they just have like arrow murder slits that they're shooting shooting stuff through.
No,
Essentially,
they're not shooting back. They're huddled. Because this place is like picture like a normal Gold's Gym, but picture like the ground level is about 5 feet up from just rubble and debris. So in a circle around this place. So they dug their way down to the hole. Well, they found their way down to the door, but there's the windows. They can't see out the windows. They just sealed it up and prayed for and hoped for the best because they couldn't go out and scout.
okay. I just because you said it took a beating, and I was curious what beat it. Like,
Yeah, exactly. They have no idea. They said that
Okay.
whatever it was beating on the door, but I've been pumping PPE to keep it at bay, but they've been doing a decent amount of damage. It's more than one of them, from what I can tell. I heard voices out there. They were speaking somewhat of English. They only attacked during the night, which by the way at this point it's probably about 8:39.
Okay. So is there a way up to the roof?
No, they would have gone up there by now. It's sealed off basically. Usually, if somebody was going to access it, they would have had a ladder from the outside.
Okay.
So,
Well, I was just thinking of a vantage point to try and
get you up there.
see.
Woo!
I can just throw you. Yeah.
Well, actually, how much do you? Did they say how much you weigh?
It did not. No, nothing that I saw anyway.
I'm assuming
It's
you're
less than a car.
Yeah, he's less than a car.
I can throw it.
So, yeah, but you could get to it from the outside if you wanted to go around, because you have to go out there and get the food anyway to bring it into these people.
Well,
Yeah.
are we feeding them in the car with us, or are we like?
No, we can't fit that many people in the car.
Can't
with
fit that
us.
many- That's why the other guy's coming, because he.
Oh, he's okay. So the other guy's coming in the vehicle to move him.
Yeah.
Well, to
So-
help. You guys are still gonna have to take some people with you, but
I'm out.
We
yeah,
should
I'm
probably
chilling out.
inform the guy.
Baron, your
chilling
mic's
out.
up.
I'm a.
It's folded up. It's hard to
No.
hear you.
No,
I'm
he's
using.
yeah, he has a
Yeah.
compressor right.
So I'm actually chilling out inside of the truck, playing some Mega Ran because it's classical music.
He's jamming out in there.
Nice.
And I'm listening to
Floating
Dr.
solitaire.
I'm listening to Wiley at the moment.
Baron, roll me I guess it'd be a perception. What's the notice?
Notice. Yep.
Notice.
Okay. That would be a 4.
Hey, you succeeded. So you managed to
Yep.
see that this town is getting almost like an unnatural fog across the street. Like it's getting like almost like a mist.
Start laying on that horn.
And at the moment, I'm keeping an eye out because I have the deflection up right now. So it's saying it's not mean he's pretty well camo invisible at the moment. So it's not true invisibility, but I turn the music down a bit.
Yeah, you'll be jamming out
I
to
have
make
an
her in.
image. I have an image. Just like this swarm of like tiny goblinoid creatures headed toward the Gold's Gym, and they don't see the truck, so it's just boom, 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 boom.
I hear what the shit.
The fuck was that?
Well, we're bringing doing trips to get bring out the food and everything, right? To bring in the food.
You're
or
coming
something?
outside, yeah. As you come
Yeah,
outside,
that's-
roll a notice. Who's the first
Okay.
one? Who's the first one outside?
Brad.
I'm feeling.
Probably me. Yeah.
I'd probably be second.
Okay.
As he walks out, I'm gonna shout, "Don't get broken!"
All right, so that's a 6.
Don't
You do
fall in
notice-
love where
you
he
know-
breaks his heart.
You notice the mist, and from what you can tell from your past experience, your paranoia is starting to kick in a little bit. The mist is moving almost like it's intelligent. It's
Oh,
moving.
jeez.
It's not like a fog rolling in. It's more like a mist that's kind of like swaying across the ground in almost an alive-like motion.
Can
So,
I do
We were in a Stephen King book.
anything from my coalition days that would give me a clue to what this would be?
Roll me a d20, and the reason why I'm asking that is I'm gonna say if it's a 10 or above, you've been stationed in that location.
13.
Okay. Yeah, you recognize it as if it's this kind of live. You're saying probably vampires.
Oh, I'm like, I sit down, I turn off the truck, take the keys out, walk out, look at them. I'm like, we going inside. Those are vampires. See you guys later.
Ooh, vampires. This ain't my first rodeo.
I'm
owe them.
like, I'm about to follow the Borg out the door, and I just see Barry jump out and say, "Vampires, nope." Just like,
So here's what happens as you guys are basically as you guys went outside, you guys and you see like an invisible door open and the Baron walk out, right? The boogeyman walk out, and he's like, you see him like just look over and the door shuts because he doesn't have fucking hands. He's like, wham.
Yeah.
He's like, we're going to the fucking side. That's vampires. As you do that, Brad, you were first. You were second, right? Kyle.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yep.
roll me a notice.
all right. If I don't have the notice skill, what is it? It's a
Then it's a -2.
It's
Five.
it's a smarts check. So your smart dice plus a d6 -2 from whatever your total
And Brad,
is.
you can roll this too. because
I got a 5.
All right, so
Cora.
yeah,
She's all vampires.
I
I'm
got a
fucking out of here.
-2, so I got a
Good
1.
girl.
you got a 1.
Looks like
You don't know shit.
You don't see shit.
We ain't found shit.
Brad, as you look back, you notice that some of the mist is heading towards the doorway behind you. As you walk out, you're like
Close it.
up on the stairs. It's going towards that doorway because it's
Close
open.
it. Close it. Close it. Close it. Close it.
Yeah.
Get inside and close it.
You have like probably about a 4-foot leap there. I'm gonna have you just roll I guess it'd be a dexterity check.
Can I reach out my telekinesis
Agility.
and close the door?
You can. It would be the same thing. Do your psionics versus this dexterity check. So it's the same flat roll. So that's an 8.
6.
4.
Boo! All right, so some of the mist does get inside the door. Mavis and Tunda, roll a notice.
As we lock you in the room with some of the mist.
We're locked outside with the maid mist, though.
I got
I
a
know.
10.
All right. Mavis?
I got 2 6s.
All right.
12.
Well,
Mist is like, motherfucking mist!
So reroll the d6.
Reroll the d6.
Yeah.
Got
It
it.
keeps exploding. It keeps going.
Jesus! It's a
D6.
6.
Roll it again.
Roll it again.
5. Okay.
You really notice the shit out of this, okay?
I'm up on my feet like, okay.
Yeah, I noticed. That's a motherfucking vampire forming up out of mist right behind the Techno Wizard.
I'm not even gonna waste time. Vampire.
Yeah.
He's like, what the shit? As he turns around, you see a vampire. Let's see if he has enough time to react.
Wait, why is this guy's back to the door that was just open to the outside?
He's next to the door, like waiting for the food to come in and kind of organizing things. So the mist came through the door and kind of went down like this. But and let's see what its roll is. Oh fuck, it rolled really well. Okay, so the vamp comes up behind him and just forms up, and you can see that. What do you tell me, this vamp doesn't look like a wild vampire. This guy looks like he's well dressed, very very dapper, almost like a vampire, like a European vampire. You know, frilly white lace, Dracula motherfucker, right?
Dude looks like a lady.
So he comes up, grabs that guy, and you see him grab him, and then like literally kind of looks down and concentrates, and you can tell he's trying to cast a spell.
I'm gonna rush him. Freaking fight me.
He has a hostage in front of him.
I don't think she cares.
I don't think she gives a shit.
Well,
This is her idol. This is like
As I
like
run, I'm
Taylor
going
Swift to Techno Wizards. I mean, come on.
as I run, I'm going to reach behind me and vanish.
Hey, look what she made. Look what you made her do. Look
Yeah,
what you
so
made her do.
And look what you made her do. So you're activating your invisibility pack.
Yep.
Okay. Tunda, what are you doing?
I am looking and going, I don't like vampires. This will be the second time they try to kill me. They really don't like voodoo. There's some bullshit. And so I cast telepathy at the vampire.
To see what his thoughts are.
No, that's mind reading. I cast telepathy. I'm trying to input my own information in my mind.
Into his
That's mind control.
No, there's puppet, mind control, and then there's telepathy, which is actually me talking to him.
Oh, so
okay.
you're telepathically talking to him. Okay.
Yep.
Don't do this, man. Don't do this.
Yeah, you will die again.
So
for the first time.
it's a psionic, right? It's gonna be
Yeah, it's my mysticism for me.
It's a straight
so.
roll psionic versus psionic, from what my understanding, right?
It's psionic versus his spirit.
Oh, okay. Even if he's a psionic,
Huh?
even if he's got an 8.
It's because I'm trying to break his mind, so it's spirit.
He got an 8.
I got a 7, so no.
Oh,
He's
he
like,
has a minor headache.
like nice try, and you see him. You see a literally almost like a rift opens up behind him, and he steps back through it.
Is my idol gone now?
Because he's missing, yeah.
Screech.
You see
Wow, that was loud.
outside, two other forms of mist come up, and they're not dressed nearly as dapper. Not that you guys noticed. You didn't see the first guy inside. They're coming up, and they're going towards. Well, they're actually going to go after the Borg.
Really?
To be the biggest threat. You're the biggest motherfucker here. Actually, no. Sorry, they wouldn't go after you. They would go after Palpatine over there. Because they can
Dark side.
they pick
All
up
right,
some.
at this point, I'm like, I see them forming. I'm gonna do an intimidation check as I grab trash junk around me to form huge fucking claws of metal and pieces across my helmet. Comes like almost like a fucking skull. As I'm like, I boogeyman the fuck out.
You're freaking Alex Mercer in armor form right now.
He is.
Exactly.
Yes.
Where you just gotta like take half the mist as they're forming, just blow half of it away.
Right,
So I
should we
just-
be rolling
so,
initiative?
As we're literally looking outside, I'm looking
Hold on,
at
this is
amputee
gonna
Wolverine.
explode for this one. You didn't intimidate one of them. The other one got a one of them got a 17.
I gotta roll my intimidation, sir.
Okay. I'm just saying you got a 17. The other one, on the other hand, is scared as fuck.
I got 11 total.
So one of them is just and like backs off, and you see him like going back into mist form. The other one,
cool.
The other one's like like almost like challenge.
Yeah, that's like.
All right, so let's draw for
initiative.
initiative. Let's draw for initiative. There's nobody inside besides that one. That one's gone now.
Power surge, baby.
All right. So you get some PPE. There's only one vampire at this point. You got the Ace of Diamonds. You got a Joker. Three of clubs. So let's see. Wait, who? Joker? Or was that a king? What is that? That's a 10. Okay.
10.
I can tell they're hard to read. So it looks like it's Mavis, Baron. The Ace is actually the low one. No, actually that one's. I don't remember if the Ace is the bottom one or not.
Ace can go high or low depending on the game.
So
This game is high.
Yeah. So basically it's gonna go the two Jokers, the Ace, and then the other two. Basically.
okay. So with my Joker, I immediately get 10 power points.
Nice.
I'm gonna burn 6 of them to do mega power mind control on the vampire. So that is gonna be D10 plus a D6. So let's take a look here. So 14. So that is
Jesus. You got to
As I
raise.
tell-
You got to raise
Yeah.
on a fucking mega power.
yeah.
Oh
I tell him-
shit.
I looked at him. I go, rip out your own throat.
Oh.
And what's
I tell you,
his?
you can use-
He doesn't have a resist on it, or does he?
He does get. Let's say here. He gains a roll against to break control. So with the raises, he has to get a raise to break free of the control. Otherwise, if he made it normally, he could get a chance to break free. But I got a raise.
Okay, so he has
I
to.
should have multiple raises, so he has to.
He has to get, and he didn't.
A raise.
He didn't.
Okay.
So he's like and he's still standing there, but he's like he ripped out his own throat. He's like and it's like blood coming out of it. He's still, and you can see it already starting to regrow.
Ew.
But at least we can. Okay, that's my turn. So I say down, just like reach up, and just tear his own throat out, some blood and everything's gushing.
All right, so next one was
Mavis.
Mavis, what are you doing?
They're inside still, aren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she can try and run out. She knows that there's danger afoot.
So the dude is entirely out of the room. I can tell.
Yeah, he is. You can't.
He's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
Okay, I'm gonna slip to the door, open it like just enough for me to slip out, and then slam it shut behind me.
Okay, as you do that, you see the white blur, the blue aura go back around the door because somebody turned back on the generator.
Yeah, and I'm gonna run out still invis. How many are there? Any near me?
There's only
Nice.
one, there's only one that's standing there pissed off because he's missing a throat.
He's
and you-
holding it, looking at it. He's
he's-
still mind controlled
Yeah,
for. Take a look here. Duration is. Take a look here. Success increase duration to 1 minute with the raise. So 5. So he is actually under my control for 10 minutes unless he breaks control.
That's
Well, let's ask
good.
him some questions before he rips his throat out.
Exactly. You need to find out where the hell they took this guy because this guy's actually probably the important VIP of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
Also, it's to help intimidate the other one who was fading away because he's all like, "Oh shit!" And I'm like, "Rip out your own throat." And he does it. He's like, "Fuck, I'm out."
You do see, you guys in the background, you do notice that there is still more mist. Like out in the, it's not. It's like it's kind of like staying at a distance, seeing what's happening, but there is still some more mist out there.
Yes, deciding nope.
Do I have a chance to intimidate? Because I have an idea.
You're gonna intimidate the mind control, or you can try and intimidate the other mist, like "fuck you, mister."
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
I'm
You're
going
still
to.
invisible right now.
Oh, I know. I'm going to draw my sword and appear with the point up to the mind-controlled guy's heart. I'm just gonna stare out at the mist. You wanna try me, hombre?
Oh, Chica getting all right.
What do I roll for that?
Roll if you have
Intimidation.
intimidation is a smart spaced, right? No.
It's a spirit unless you have intimidation.
I do not have intimidation, but I have a D10 spirit. Yay!
Well, so it's a D10. You get a -2 to the roll because you're not skilled in intimidation.
Decent. Shit. That's an 8.
Right.
Yes.
So,
Oh, wait, did you get a
she
10
rolled
on the roll?
10
Yes, I
on a
did.
D10. So
Roll
you
again.
Roll again.
Oh wait, is it saying on D10?
1.
10.
All right.
Roll
God damn
again.
it.
So the mist kind
Okay,
of
six.
kind of falls
Six.
back. It takes about a 10-foot wath back. You can see it clearly.
Ugh.
Yeah. All right. So next up would be Kyle with the dragon.
All right. Well, I mean, at this point, there's nothing really like to directly attack. There's the mist kind of fading away.
Oh, it's still there. It's just moving back. It's
It's
still
moving back a
Yeah.
little bit. So is
It's
my
crazy.
lightsaber now actually like collapsed into the hilt? Yay, maybe. Yeah.
No, it's still the plastic blade until you activate it. It's enchanted. So
Yeah.
at first you light it up, it's all then it's all.
So the enchantment on it is just smite, right? That's the only thing
smite,
that's on it.
fiery smite. So So now it still looks like a toy, except the blade becomes inflamed.
When I
and
put
then-
PPE into activate smite, right?
Right.
Okay.
And then it does the additional damage.
So
But
its
it
base
still
damage is
looks-
just basically my strength because I'm just swinging it like a club, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, that's still a D12 plus 4. So
Well, it's still gonna be. Is it fight? It's fighting, or is there a sword skill? I don't think.
I think it's
fighting.
fighting.
No, so fighting would still be the fight with it, but it's the damage is this would be his strength.
Yeah.
Plus, so the strength plus either the 2 or the 4, depending on if he gets when he activates it. If it gets the
so D12 plus 4 plus whatever the last extra bonus is going to be.
Yes.
Right.
Wahaha.
So there's the vampire stand there where she had the flaming sword, like bring it on, hombres. And then there's the mist out in the
Threatening him.
distance. Yeah, it's like it fell back.
I'm like kind of like crooked over like old man. I just like pull the lightsaber out and just activate the smite. It just like.
I love the mess. Just like, jeez, bitch is crazy. Jeez.
Yep.
Nailed it.
It's a hell of a flashlight you have. No, so is that your action? You're just gonna get ready, like.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get ready at this point.
Mhm.
Or can I hold it till like in case something happens?
Yeah, you can go
Yeah.
into defensive posture. Yeah, because you haven't actually
Yeah.
taken. Brad, what are you doing?
I think Mikey was that before me.
Oh, Mikey got a 10. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm waiting.
You're just gonna hold. Are you?
Yep.
You're still inside.
Everyone's relying on the
Okay.
scary people.
I know the vampires are outside. I'm good.
That's true. He has a particular encounter with vampires.
Maybe this is like fangirl raging out there.
How dare you?
Like, bring me back my Taylor Swift.
All right, so Brett, Southern, it's all you.
I don't know. Basically, I mean, I noticed he got it mind controlled, so I'm a little.
He says, "Tell us where they are."
Pissed.
That looks at his throat and his hands.
no, you see it. You said you already see it healing up. Like
Yeah, it's already
Okay.
starting to heal up. Like the throat's already starting. It's healing fast too. Like they can go from a skeleton to full flesh within about 8 seconds.
So I just go up behind it and like just hold my sword out on like to its throat.
All right.
We're both threatening it at this point.
As you're doing that, roll me a notice. Everybody who's outside.
I am good at this.
I got a 2, but I have a -2 because I'm not actually trained in it. So
Yeah, you did. Didn't see
3.
shit.
5.
I'm gonna shit. I got a 6 and a 5.
Okay. So you hear, in the distance, all you hear is like the rumble of an engine. You see light coming through the mist, and the light coming through the mist and setting it on fire. As the headlights of this thing, it comes over and it's a huge ass fucking like picture an F350 like souped up, like the most obnoxious assholes truck you can think of.
I'm imagining this redneck truck full of weapons being driven by the Easter
Yep.
Bunny from Rise of the Guardians.
Yeah, but you see he has a set of welder's goggles above his head, and he has a submachine gun. He has like a MAC-10 hanging out the back, and as he's shooting, the barrel of the gun is fraying out, like it's destroying the gun as he's shooting it. But and you see him like
So
the look on his face is like, ah! And he's
even
Now I'm
better.
picturing raving rabbits.
yeah, he's like, and you see two juicers, two guys with drug augmentation implants, so they're like here, and they have a big thing on their chest that are on the side of this motherfucker, and they have stakes all the way along their freaking thing. And they're sitting there with like shades on, just like jamming out to the music, while this guy's just just shooting the shit out
What
of it.
is love?
Yeah, and you see that the if you look close enough, the bullets are flecks of wood, and so he's hitting these things. And as he hits it, the one that's mind controlled gets hit, which I actually have to roll for that. Hold on, let me roll for it. It's not just for dramatic effect.
Yeah, because
I
he's
was
just
behind
standing
him.
there.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
he's not even dodging it.
I'll
He's like,
protect you.
Well,
Yeah,
Brad, the
I
wood
went
chips
behind
are
him, so when it hit
they're
me-
gonna just they're gonna shat the wood on yours like that was ticklish.
yeah,
Mavis is like, ah!
maybe this is a
I'm
techno
tiny
wizard
and
armor.
squishy.
Yes, techno wizard armor. She's actually fine. The
Oh,
only
that's-
person that's a danger would be the. You
that's
even
right.
bounce off the
Stand by his
dragon.
back.
Yeah.
I'm
So you see this you see the vampire get hit 4 or 5 times and fall just to the ground and start to and he pulls
Nah.
he pulls up the truck. He's like, you see 4 KC lights on the top of the truck go and shoot out like bright as like picture the sun at high noon. That's how bright it is. And then you
It's
see,
shooting sunshine, yeah.
yeah, you see 2 floodlights on the side like for the police going around the back of the truck. So he has light going back and light going forward. And he's like, "Hi guys, what's up? I'm Muggsy Bogues."
You arrived at the perfect
That's
time.
what true power is.
As he
I
ran,
say you arrived a little late.
he's
I
like,
look mildly annoyed because our hostage just died.
Which I'm still
Oh.
curious about the hat.
"What the what?"
Well, because if I was standing behind him, I would have protected him from the wooden bullets.
You were standing behind him.
Yeah,
I
because I said I went behind him with my sword at his neck.
so yeah,
Oh.
he had it to the back of the neck.
Oh,
she
we
had
still
it to
have
the
our-
front.
True. So yeah,
Well, yeah, we had
still
him
have our hostage.
until the no, we don't. Fucking true sunlight floodlights came on. He went up in
Yeah.
flames. He's all, "Hey guys," and it was like,
Well, actually, yeah, exactly. So he's like, "What's up, guys? These things come in handy." Like, so, like, well, I'm here. Sorry, I was a little late. Actually, I was early because I was supposed to be here like 7 hours
Yeah.
later. Got hauled ass. But anyway, welcome to Tomorrow Legion.
Is there ashes on the ground?
yeah.
I'm gonna just look down at them, look up. That fucker knew where the other techno wizard went.
Thought he was inside.
Not anymore. Some dapper vampire fucker took him.
Okay.
Yeah, he did take them.
All right. We'll figure something out.
grumble,
I-
grumble.
He's like, I got room, so we can probably load up some refugees. But we got to get him back first, I think.
Mm.
Like, you see him look over, and under his dash is a small dispenser. He takes a
Just a
cup.
question, guys. We were paid for the refugees, but not for the techno wizard.
He's the primary objective.
Yeah.
We got to get these guys back to Castle Refuge.
Yeah, that was
Honey,
what our payment was for. Nothing
I
about
go-
the techno wizard.
He's important, but we still got to get these back. So what we got to do is get these back before we go out and search for a guy. We have no clue where he went. We can't
look-
sacrifice the 30 people for one.
I look
35.
very sad.
35.
Well, 30.
There's 100 in there, he said.
I look very
It's
sad right now.
a little over 100.
Wait, where did the extra people come from? I don't know you people.
Voodoo made them appear.
Yeah, they're voodoo.
They are not hoodoo voodoo. Look at them hooligans.
He's like, my job is the refugees. You guys are all about the techno wizard. I can get these guys. Problem.
Wait, no. But we don't get paid if you get them back.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
We're
The
Are
probably-
you-
refugees get
Are
home
you
safe.
paying
We
us
get
right
paid.
now?
No, I'm getting paid too, but you guys are. Yeah, I'm just the facilitator. I'm assigned to you guys.
Well, didn't we get paid beforehand?
You got
Or
five,
just has-
you got 5,000 up front, the hazard pay.
So we're fine. Let's go find. Oh, let's go find out who our techno wizard.
Okay. For one, I agreed to come down here and pick up some refugees and get them back to Castle Refuge,
That's what I
with a
agree.
techno wizard included. I did not get paid to go into a vampire hive to save one techno wizard. Whether he makes juggernaut armor or not, dude is food. Let's load these people up and move on.
I'm giving you the worst look right now. Just
Yeah, she
I'm like,
was
really? You want to go face vampires that can only be killed by sunlight or wood fledglets, which we have neither.
My
I had
character's like,
one
I could
carrot
kill them.
throw. I tore its throat out, and it looked at me and smiled.
He goes, "Oh, the rabbit says even better. Watch this." He walks over and he grabs one of the wooden fletchlets out of the heart ashes, pulls it out. And any of the wooden fletch, he's like, "Hold on a minute." See it start to reform. Like, give him a couple of seconds. Grab him.
What?
I have my sword.
Why are
ready.
you bringing back a vampire?
We need information.
I grab
right?
the wooden fletchlet out of his hand and I stab it again.
So it's like,
God dang it! Let me interrogate a vampire.
so he's pulling it back out again. It just starts to reform again.
That is not.
Like,
sword out, pointed at the pile.
undead. This should be one of your buddies, man.
There's a difference between undead and those things.
Very big difference.
He goes, if I may suggest something, he goes back to the back and you see him, the bed of this truck is clearly collapsible. So as he pulls it out, a couple of platforms come out, and on the back, a small trailer falls out and goes out behind it. So this truck is kind of like this bed is kind of like this.
It's a transformer.
Not quite,
about to say.
but not quite, but it's obviously like kind of like a bag of holding.
Have you
compartments.
met my truck, Ultra Magnus?
Yeah, but he reaches in the back and he pulls it up and he's like, "Who has the tough enough to carry this?" And he goes with the techno wizard. He's like, "You seem like the toughest one here," and he hands you this gigantic super soaker. Like, this should take care of him. And I was like,
You just I look like a kid on Christmas right now. Oh.
He's like, they have one more weakness. It's running water.
Oh, I'm
running
going to
water?
enjoy this.
Any running water.
All right, I need 4 bottles of water.
So me and the Borg are just gonna go find like a water tower and just carry it around with like a fire hose.
Yes, please. Yes, please. I will help craft the fire hose.
See him go into the cab of his truck, go up to this little dispenser in the dash, and he has some hot water. He's like, "Here's some. I give you one of each if you want." He has actually 4 dispensers in his dashboard. These are written into the description of his vehicle. One does soup, one does carrot juice, one does hot water. So he says, I can haul most of these guys, and the rest can walk along, and we'll protect them. I got my juicer buddies to help. I can get them back, but you guys should grab that techno wizard unless you need my help.
I'm like, you guys, it was great knowing all of you. I'm glad we didn't get attached because you're all dead. Best of luck.
He says, "Hold on. You know what we should probably do? We should probably report back. There is a radio inside that can reach back to Castle Refuge. We should probably ask them what they want us to do."
True.
Well, that sounds like a pretty good idea.
I look ready. I look
And if
ready
that was
for
ever a
murder.
GM wink wink, check what's going on first.
It's up to you guys. If you guys choose to follow it, it's up to you. Remember, this is a voluntary mission.
Yeah.
But you guys might want to, you know how Baron was trying to renegotiate price? This is probably the good time to do that.
Let's go radio back.
Yo, motherfucker, vampires bonus.
Yeah.
Vampires, plural, not singular.
So who should
Yeah.
do the talking?
Fucking vampires. Why are you guys excited? This is a no.
I second that.
No. But this is one of those ones, hey, you guys ever watch any horror movies where you look at that and you look and go, nope, just noping the fuck out, nope, not doing that, that's stupid. It's like running upstairs in a horror movie, okay?
She's got a super soaker, man. Attack him during the day.
What the fucking do? I can melt minds with my mind. I still ain't gonna take on no goddamn vampires.
I just my character says I fear no vampires.
Like, yeah, I'm like,
Of course you don't. You're like
They will
2
drain you
weeks
dry.
old.
And arrogant. Like
Actually,
it specifically says I'm supposed to be arrogant.
instead, what you fear is, big planes running at your base and destroying everything.
I'm gonna just look over at you, Baron. Just you do realize you could easily make super soaker arms. Just saying. Or like water arms.
Don't make me mind control you into not agreeing with us.
Ed says,
I will convince everyone here to go home. Okay.
Ed says, Ed likes to chime in. He says, "What if the vampire is a double amputee hot chick? What then, Baron?"
I'm hotter, damn it. Fuck off.
But you're not amputee.
He says, "I'm gonna get these guys some food. They've got the power cells in there for the fly for a while until you guys get the vampires. Then we'll get them out. They're in a safe location at the moment." Vampires don't usually attack very far away from their den, so it's got to be somewhere in this town. There's no town really besides St. Louis nearby, and the Coalition are all over that. They would have killed them by then.
I angrily go back to my truck because it's a stupid fucking idea. I'm like, you guys are all idiots. You're gonna die. Fuck you. And I walk back in the truck. The door slams behind me, and I crank up some Decepticons and the meat bags inside the truck, and I fucking just go fuck away.
So he says, if you want, does anybody want to call back to base?
I will.
I'll go with Mavis to hear what the conversation is.
Okay.
What's her name again? Sorry.
Gina Torres.
Gina Torres.
Gina
Oh,
Torres.
also, when Baron slammed the door, I just quietly mumbled, "The dark side is strong with that one."
Yo, you felt the ground trembling as I was storming off.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like
I'm like-
rocks were levitating up.
I'm like, you're all fucking idiots.
I'm just sitting there pouting. I don't have anything that can kill these.
I'm
So I feel like Baron, because you still got like the big claw, or the big like metal claws. I feel like you're just like waving around, and like as you get in the truck, you just disintegrated them in all directions. Like motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just fall apart. I'm like, I'm getting the truck.
On the way to go call in, I'm gonna pass my super soaker to our board buddy. Just hold this. He'll cool off soon.
The juicer walks up. One of the juicers walks up and he goes, "Here you go, bro. You look like you can handle these." And he pulls off his bandolier of steaks and he's like, "Got this." He hands over to you. He's like, "Kindred spirit, motherfucker. I wish I could go without a body."
Next thing the juicer being like, "Oh, are you gonna join us?" He's like, "Fuck no, those are vampires. I ain't dumb enough to go."
He's like, dude, I drug up my body. You're fucking hardcore, bro. Alright? You just got
like
took
an
your
old
brain.
man following her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that guy creeps me the fuck out. But you're hardcore, bro. So they're loading in food. They're just taking food inside as quickly as possible. The footlights are still on, so you guys are reasonably secure in this intersection at least.
I feel like me and the Borg should just totally go lift like massive amounts of food and just
Let's go lift weight. You're like, you're just doing dumbbells. I'm like, what's up, bro? I'm just like lifting like 500.
Do you even
pound
lift,
weights.
bro?
He's like, do you even lift, bro?
Mavis, as you're going up by the radio, you do notice you and Kyle both go over by the radio, and you see this radio contraption, but it has like a secondary piece of equipment attached to it that has jewels all over it, and you can see that it's clearly been MacGyvered like a motherfucker. So you're pretty familiar with this. You're like, oh, okay, this powers that. You can kind of see how the inner workings work. Next to that is a satchel, and that satchel has most of like that technology and papers. So you clearly would probably know this is something you probably want to leave laying around.
Should I? What do I do? Oh God.
What would you do? Dragon looks at it and
Well,
goes,
you've been greedy ever since, so you know what's gonna change now. You're like,
Yeah.
Oh, there's a difference. This guy's our ally.
and she's fanboying over him. So like, well, actually, that would make her want it more.
yeah, I know, right?
Oh,
So
this is
She's like, oh my god, it's his T-shirt.
this belongs to the dude we're supposed to save. I'm gonna take it for safekeeping. I'm gonna give it back later.
safekeeping.
I'm gonna give it back later.
I just
Is
quietly
nobody
I just
asking why the
quietly whisper.
vampires are here?
I'm radioing back.
I just quietly whisper as I see you put it in your pack. I'm just like, yes, amass your horde.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
going to give it back later.
yeah, it's
Nobody is asking why there's random vampires up here instead of down in Mexico where they're supposed to be.
I will ask that later.
Baron looks
Why
like
does
Baron's carrying the frustration from his character. He's just like, motherfuckers. Oh, vampires, fuck.
why doesn't matter so much as how do we kill them now?
I'm like, you guys.
Chimichangas, is that was perfect timing, Southern Dragon.
I'm sitting there on Mike. I'm like, listen, the coalition doesn't fuck with vampires, and they fucking siege Tolkien.
This is a part of my character. I want the coalition to fear me. If I take out vampires, they will fucking fear me.
Yeah, tactically, he actually, of the people in the group, he actually is the one that would know. Actually, no, he's not the one that would know the most. Tundo would know the most of vampires. He's dealt with them firsthand. So,
yeah, I'm radioing back. Remind me, Gina.
Torres.
Gina
Gina
Torres.
Torres.
We're like, hold on a minute, we'll get her. Please hold. Hi, this is Gina Torres. How can I help you?
Gina. Oh.
I'm just messing with you. What's up, guys? How's it going?
Plans plans did not go as we initially.
Vampires.
Yes, there are yes.
All she hears in the background,
No, the squeak in the voice. I'm like vampires.
So yes, there are vampires. That's what's attacking them, and
Lots of
now
them.
and now our good friend, our good fellow techno wizard has been kidnapped. What do we do? What do you advise? Do we get a raise for this?
He goes.
What do you mean? Do we get a raise for this? When do we get our raise for this?
Worst negotiator ever. She's like, 15K extra if you bring him back.
All
That's
right.
an if. I hear an if.
Well,
There's an out clause.
But she goes, do you guys have equipment to fight vampires?
We have super soakers. We have stakes.
Sounds like you're well equipped to take them out. Shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, we have a couple potatoes apparently. You know, nice meal, but not what we need to fight vampires.
He goes, water, steaks. That's about it.
I can find some scrap. Maybe I can craft a flashlight of some sort.
Wait, so if I pour a
sunshine
bottle
works
of water over a vampire, does it die?
Yep.
Sweet.
If it rains on a vampire, it's like acid.
So if their houses no longer had roofs.
So you just take every roof off of the whole place. You go John
Exactly.
Carpenter's Vampires. Get a Jeep with a winch and just pull them outside in the sunlight. You know?
Okay. But it's good we're being compensated because
I walk out to the Baron.
I'm in the.
Well,
on the
I'm
truck.
not talking to you right now.
Did you lock the door?
Yeah,
No, I didn't lock the door, but you cut the truck and all you hear is it's my band.
Yeah,
I knock on
I'm
the door.
just if you hear that in the background, our mind melter is pissed that that we want to go after them.
He's not melting mine. He's melting faces.
Yeah. Who installed a sound system into that vehicle?
Oh, that was me.
Mother.
We
It's
needed a
unlocked.
PA system. We needed a,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, Gina says to you, she says, it's imperative we get him back. He's one of the few people that can locate the remaining iron juggernauts that are left over from the war. Also, he knows where numerous techno wizard caches are. So, might be profitable for you guys to get him back. And
Yeah, and I don't exactly want to leave him behind because obvious reasons. So, I'll go see if we can talk. Talk our friend down.
tell the mind melter 20K for him, because I know he's not going to like this.
Okay, I shall pass.
What
on
about
yours.
me? I'm not gonna like this either. I hate vampires.
She's like, sorry,
what
he
the-
didn't tell me his whole backstory before he joined.
Ah!
She goes,
All right.
if you guys are reluctant, 20K bonus for all of you.
All right, all right. I will pass on your words. Thank you, Gina.
Thank you.
Click.
Vampires!
Vampires.
Vampires!
Open the door.
All
Open
right.
the door.
Like,
Are my
Inside
melters
you
throwing a
hear-
temper tantrum?
yeah.
No! I don't want to talk to you.
Open the door.
He's like a
The
16-year-old
door's not
girl in her
locked.
bed. Like, you're
He's
not
just
my-
looking at the door. Open the door.
Yeah.
It's not locked. You can open it and walk
but,
in.
But he
It's your
Oh,
truck.
But he
I
can't see
open
the
it.
door. Remember, it's
I-
cloaked.
I'm
No,
gonna-
I know that truck when we went into battle. I wasn't
Oh,
maintaining
yeah.
concentration on that.
Yeah, you're
Uh,
like
I'm
you're
not-
inside the truck, like you're not my real dad.
I'm gonna go around between all the people. Just does anyone have any paper and a marker? I have my reasons.
Oh, hey, I'm sorry I missed it. Volster. Well, thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate it.
Welcome.
Yes. So guys, at that point, we are going to take a pause for the evening. We're going to come back next Sunday at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. I really appreciate you guys watching. You guys can catch us every Friday night on Thaco to hit Armor Cause Zero, which is our weekly D&D game. I'd like to thank our players for playing this game. This is our first episode of this one. Hope you guys had a lot of fun. And if you guys could, hit that follow button, that like button, and also check us out on YouTube at defortification.com or YouTube.com/defortification. I think I covered everything. Baron, can you think of anything?
No, that's gonna be it. Just
Fuck vampires. We don't have anything to fight them.
Vampires.
Yeah, we'll put an address up in the comments just so you can send us steaks and super soakers and shit. But
One last thing, guys, as well. There is one more.
Crowdfunding vampire hunting equipment.
hold on.
Just don't forget to make sure that to check out our partners there at Pants Pending Studios.
For all your
To
nerdy
make sure that
podcast
you
needs.
get all your nerdy podcast needs. So.
And, also, if you enjoy games like this, every Thursday we run two-hit armor class. Every Friday night at 8:30 p.m. we run two-hit armor class 0. It's our weekly Dungeons and Dragons live stream game.
I covered that. We're cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah,
I do a comic.
and you see some of us in that game. Southern Dragon's in there once in a while as a guest player. But now he's in his own game. I'm very happy we got Southern Dragon.
Yay!
Kyle, thanks for joining us, man. You're welcome addition. And Tunda,
Yeah,
Tunda's new to the live streams right now, but he's not new to the channel. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll catch you guys next Sunday.
Minions of the Makerverse.